Hello and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and today we're going to be doing the final day of Defect month. So hopefully we can get a win today. Random rare card, Nail's Lament, 7 max HP for 2 card moves, or a boss relic swap. 7 max HP for 2 card moves versus boss relic swap is kind of interesting, because one of the boss relics does remove 2 cards. So like, is 7 max HP better than a starting relic, is one question, and then is Empty Cage better than the average boss relic is another question. I think the answer to that question, those questions is 7 max HP is actually more important than the starting relic. I think the starting relic's not very important. And I think that Empty Cage is actually kind of a low roll for boss relic swap. I think most of the other ones are better. So the boss relic swap wins both comparisons. Which means we're never doing that. Defect is usually not a Lament enthusiast, but if we're able to get 2 snipes, I'll consider it. And a random rare card can be good. Get like All for One or Echo Form or Creative AI or something that gives the deck a plan, which is what we were missing yesterday. Yesterday we had a really solid deck that just had no plan for winning the game, and then did not win the game. And so the rare card could give us a plan to win the game right away. We almost can get a double snipe. We can get all the way to this elite with 2 charges left, but then we're forced to do their whole life fight. So it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Max is 3 elites. We have to end with the Mega Elite, and there's a late shop. Looks like this path is 3 fights before the first elite, and then we get 2 bonus fires. And then 2 more elites. Seems like a great path. Any other paths interesting? This fight one's 4 fights, and then gets even another fire. So it cuts a question mark for a fight and a fire. Or cuts 2 question marks for a fight and a fire. Yeah, this question mark and this one for a fight and a fire. Interesting. Yeah, that seems even better, actually. Surprisingly. I didn't think there was going to be a better line, but it seems like there is. 4 fights is a little scary, but it shouldn't be too bad. And there's a fire after it, so if it gets bad, it's fine. Alright, let's see what the swap is. Sacred Bark, so now the 4-fight path becomes even more important, because we really want to guarantee that we're getting potions before we start fighting elites. Because that's where a lot of our power is. Strike, Strike, Zap is always the line there. I believe it's Defend, Double Strike. If we dual cast now to 16, he goes down to 15. We'd need 3 strikes for lethal next turn. If we strike, he takes 9, goes to 22, and then dual cast strike is lethal. Let's just strike. Let's dual cast strike. Rebound on floor 1. I mean, we need an attack, right? So it's probably rebound. Hologram and Skim are kind of interesting. I do definitely like a floor 1 rebound quite a bit. So we're going to be looking for like a Streamline or a Claw or something. Oh, okay. Floor 2 shop, that's pretty awkward. Sunder's great. We should always look at potions because we have Sacred Bark. So we can grab an Explosive Pot and just like completely annihilate a gang of slimes or gang of gremlins. Good morning, Stixu. Sunder, though. Sunder, like, wins fights later, whereas Explosive Pot kind of just wins 1 fight. It also fills up my potion bar, and there's I've got 3 fights left, or I guess, yeah, 3 fights left, so I'm like 80% chance to get another potion. So probably shouldn't fill that up if I don't need to, and I don't think I need to. Sunder's a little bit awkward against like a gremlin, or a jawworm, right? Because you kind of want to split your turn, block for 10, do 10 damage-ish. Could take Rip and Tear instead. Rip and Tear has a little bit of upside with Sacred Bark, because if Sacred Bark hits a Flex Pot or a Strength Pot, Rip and Tear pays that off twice, whereas Sunder only hits it once. Unfortunately, we can't afford Metamorphosis, so we can't live the Metamorphosis scrape dream today. God. That deck got a win, though, right? The one with the super early Metamorphosis? I'm pretty sure it did. That deck was really strong. Could take a Hello World. Hello World's pretty nice. Generates a lot of value. Blocks, it does damage. It's a hard-working card. We're against Guardians, so Hello World be a valuable source of block in particular. We also have a rebound, so Hello World can generate several cards that are useful to rebound. Whether it's like a leap, or like a go for the eyes, or claw, or streamline. Streamline's common, right? I guess the bot's broken, is the answer to the question. Hey, Guitar. Good morning, that jerk James. Good morning, Someone25. Yeah, the bot's just broken, right? Our boss is Guardian. Yeah, tomorrow is still April, so tomorrow we're going to do the Defect wrap-up stream. So we're going to summarize what we learned during our month of Defect. Yeah, I think any of these uncommon cards, other than Dramatic Entrance, could be pickable here. Sunder, Rip and Tear, and Hello World all make sense to me. It's just a question of which one is the best. So Hello World's best against Guardian. We're planning on fighting 3 elites. So we should probably prioritize things that are good for elites and not things that are good for Guardian. Hello World is still pretty decent against the elites, though. It can definitely give you skills against Gremlin Knob, but it can also give you attacks and help you spend your energy. You think even Dramatic Entrance is pickable? I mean, kinda. We do have Sentries still ahead. Dramatic Entrance is such a liability in Act 3, though. It's, like, hard to even consider. It's too bad we're missing out Data Disc this run. Rip and Tear is probably the best against Gremlin Knob. It's the most damage per energy, certainly. So if we assume we're getting like a couple of other attacks, Rip and Tear fits into a nice little turn. We've got a rebound for it. So I think Rip and Tear gets it if we're worried about Gremlin Knob. Which is best against Sentries? Probably Sunder, right? Maybe Hello World. Actually, Hello World's pretty good against Sentries, huh? Because that fight's so long, you have plenty of time to pay it off. And then Lagavulin. Probably not Rip and Tear because it gets double hit. It's probably Sunder against Lagavulin, huh? We've got a Weak Pot, which is pretty effective against Gremlin Knob and Lagavulin, but doesn't do anything against Sentries. So I think we're most worried about Sentries and Guardians, so I'm going to pick Hello World. Is that justifiable? It's a little slow for hallway fights. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Hello World. Hello World sort of locks us out of an infinite. But Rebound doesn't say infinite, so neither does Sacred Bark. There's your Vegetablebread starter pack. Talk about infinites. I didn't really talk about it too much, but we've only got damage, so I guess I'll just do the damage. I don't really want to strike back. Try to take 0 or do 6 damage. I think at this point, try to take 0. Maybe this should have been Zap Double Defend, because we have Dual Cast coming up. Didn't matter, we took 0. White Noise. We have a power. It's like we've added 2 cards to the deck and one of them's a power, so like we're not doing a power deck. White Noise could lean into that. Start picking heat sinks and storms and stuff. Seems a little bit early for that. White Noise, definitely a liability against Gremlin Knob. Usually quite good against all the other fights. Even then, White Noise can be good on turn 1. It's so powerful, but it's a little bit spooky. I'm gonna pick it. I mean, if our second card pick was a power, it seems like we probably want to do power stuff. It's like a major power center for Defect, right? Might as well. Double Defend, and Zap does more damage than Strike. Save that health. I'll Strike to keep the Lightning Orb around so we can shuffle and draw Dual Cast. Do we get lethal? 15 plus 16. No, we're off by 3. Okay. Let's try to rebound the Dual Cast into a Zap turn. It's probably lethal for next turn. Okay. Took like 4 damage in that fight, not too bad. I was really hoping for an attack here. Guess we've got another floor to go through, but we're in a little bit of trouble here because we took 2 powers and don't have enough damage. I don't think we can afford to take any of these. We really need this fight to have an attack in it, in the reward. Also, taking 9, not great. Oh, it's a buffer, okay. I think Triple Defend is good enough. Yeah, White Noise is really strong. It pretty much never misses. It like feels like it should miss sometimes, but it really never does. Like Leap, we'd be super happy to have a Leap this turn, right? It doesn't matter, but... Okay, there's an attack. Whew! Alright. Happy to see Cold Snap. It's really good against Lagavulin and Sentries, so... Pretty much need any attack there, so... I do think we're going to go for an upgrade, either on Rebound or Cold Snap. We need more damage. Both have near 100% drawn played rates. We don't have any multipliers or anything, so it doesn't matter that Rebound does more literal damage. If it really comes down to it, if Hello World generates a good card, we've got Rebound, Cold Snap, and like Dual Cast and another good card in a good hand. Which one are we skipping? Probably Cold Snap, right? We probably want Rebound to get the extra reach to get lethal or something. Okay. We could Zap, but that actually costs us being able to Cold Snap without waking up. I guess we could just, like, wake up now, Rebound, Zap. We've got a significant number of things we want to set up, though. We want to set up a Frost Orb, we want to set up Hello World, we want to set up White Noise, we want to get rid of Ascender's Bane. So I think I'm not gonna wake up this turn. We could Zap and then just wake up on whatever the Cold Snap turn is. Yeah, I think I like that. Because the Lightning Orb is in itself a little side quest, right? Yeah, okay, that worked out well. We got Ascender's Bane, White Noise, Hello World, and Cold Snap all in the same hand, so... Wake up and draw this. We could skip one of these to fit in an extra strike. Since we are waking him up this turn, the extra strike makes sense. But I don't want to skip either of these powers, so... Let's see White Noise first in case it's Storm or Heat Sinks. Oh. Do we want the Frost Orb in the front or the back? We have Dual Cast next turn. So we can, like, Dual Cast Defend Strike or something. Yeah, alright. Might be able to go more block heavy than that with all those orbs. Not quite sure what you mean. I was planning on using the weak pot, but we drew Go for the Eyes, so I guess we don't have to. We drew another Go for the Eyes. Okay, fine. It's a build your own weak pot. Excuse me for a second, I need to do a stretch and fold for my bread. Okay, so... Are we, like, double defending? We could do, like, double defend dual cast, we could do double defend strike, we could do double strike dual cast. Someone 25 wants the tier list thing to happen. Alright, just need one more person and then it'll happen. So max damage is double strike dual cast. If we do max damage, do we ever kill him before he attacks again? Seems pretty unlikely, but maybe it's possible. Alright, Fatha has redeemed it, so I need to turn it off. Okay, should be turned off. And we've done it! Hooray! I've extracted the bread bucks from the community. The payment has been made. The people have spoken. I think I'll repeat this. I think I like this experience where there's, like, people can suggest... there's, like, a process for people to suggest things, and then, like, people can vote on them with points. I would be a little bit careful, because I don't want to, contribute to a goal option. Is there? I haven't seen that. Maybe I have to be a partner for that. I do want to be a little bit careful, because I want people to keep redeeming playtests. I'll look for that. I'll make a note. I want people to keep redeeming playtests. I feel like contribute to goal gets a little bit weird if you're just able to contribute any amount, because then it's like somebody with 20,000 bread bucks is just like goal complete. You know, I kind of like that it's a community effort. You can only give 5,000, takes 10 people. Feels about right. Oh, you can cap it. Okay, well there you go. They thought about that. Okay, so if we do the max damage, we do 16 plus 12 is 28, plus another 3, so 31. He goes down to 53. And we have 2 turns to do 53 damage. Assuming we play all the damage, we get Zap on the first turn. We do 6 at the end of the turn, so that's down to 47. 47 turns into 35, turns into 23, minus 9 turns into 14. So we'd have to play all these attacks, or all these cards, zap on 1. Oh wait, zap on 1 means there's another 6 damage, so we need 8 extra damage from the last 2 cards. Seems fairly possible if we get like dual cast, or if we generate a loop, whatchamacallit, Hello World card that's convenient if we can get there. I like not taking another attack, so I'm gonna try to do that. It's not super likely, but it's definitely possible. If we generate a streamline, I think we're gonna get there. We've got a hologram. Man, Hello World wanted to get there really bad. Okay, Hello World. Sure. We get an ice cream as Defect. First relic ice cream. Ice cream loves reinforced body, right? Ice cream as Defect. So we need to find like a double energy and like a multicast and a dark orb. Is like the default ice cream plan, I feel like. Or just like Meteor Strike. That's a fine plan too. Once again, no damage here. Hard to complain about a reinforced body, but I am a little concerned about our damage situation. Okay. So there's 2 fires and a chest. We're probably resting at one of the fires. So we should rest first in case we get like a Gira or a peace pipe or something. And we want to use the other fire some other way. We'll go this way because there's a choice. Big chest with a turnip and no gold. Unusual for large chests to have no gold. Turnip not super useful on Defect. Also not super useful in Act 1. But I think still better than the Sapphire Key. How do we feel about committing to 2 elites here? Maybe we just rest twice. The floor 2 surprise shop kind of put a damper in my desire to go to this late shop. I guess we're always going here. So we fight Gremlin Knob. We weak pot him. He hits us for 6 and then 18. So like 24. Doesn't seem like we have enough health to do 2 elites here. So I think we have to rest if we want to do both. Okay. Kind of a weird... Yep, here's Gremlin Knob. Oof, terrible turn 1. That is frighteningly bad. Gross. Oh, I actually need to restart the fight and not play that because I have ice cream. I can't just spew cards at the end of a turn. Energy is important. Yeah, this is a really sticky situation. I mean, luckily this weak pot hits for 6 and we rested before, so we're pretty unlikely to die, but not a good spot. Do we play the white noise or skip it? I think we're unfortunately anticipating this fight is extremely long, so giving him any strength seems like a really bad idea. I'll play the Hello World, but not the white noise. I have 6 energy. I was like, which of these cards do I play? And it's like, no, I play all of them. We obviously want to rebound the strike and play the other strike. Do we play Zap? So we play Zap. We block next turn with Reinforced Body. So Zap has a chance to do 9 damage. More. I guess we can't do more if we get dual cast because Frost Orb's in front. This is like a 9 damage Zap. So if we do 9 with this, he's at 57. Or, sorry, 37. 37 over 2 turns. Doesn't seem super likely. It's not like we can play Rebound twice or anything. Gosh, we're gonna... This is gonna be one of those fights where the vulnerable wears off. This is gonna be a really bad one. Yeah, I think no strength. Leap. Come on, man. Reinforced Body is still worth 18 health. Takes 3 energy. He's hitting us with a small attack next turn, so the cost of additional strength is not that high. So it just costs us 2 health the next turn. And if we've not killed him by the turn after that, something else is wrong. What in the world is happening? California's trying to tell me that I'm allowed to get a vaccine appointment. But, like, I already got one, bro. Rebound Strike does 18, and then 6 the next turn, so 24. We'd have to find 10 damage next turn. Guaranteed to find 10 damage next turn. And we can spend the rest of the energy blocking if we want, because we do have guaranteed lethal. Dual cast is worth it. So is Steam Barrier, actually. He's only getting 2 extra block here. Oh wait, we blocked out. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, pretty bad. I'm glad we rested. Oh, an old coin. Wow, old coin makes us really enthusiastic about that shop. Okay, great. Suddenly we're in great shape. That went really well. Corsairs versus second rebound. Not exactly sure what Core Surge does, but probably something. It's usually pretty good. Pick up a Bias Cog later. Or just, you know, block Heart Vulnerable. Block Hex. Core Surge does a lot of work. Rebound is good in twos, but like I don't think I could seriously consider taking second rebound over Core Surge. I guess the argument against Core Surge is because we're struggling so much for damage, we've only found 2 damage cards. Taking a damage card that exhausts is not super amazing. But we did just pick an old coin and we're going to a store, so I think presumably we're going to be able to solve the we don't have any damage problem. This is the oh, this is not the weak attack, this is slime attack. I want to play Cold Snap and Defend, and then I guess I want to play Rebound? I guess I'll Rebound the Cold Snap. Feels weird to not play Corsairs, but whatever. Take 5. We're gonna have 2 Hello Worlds this fight. Reinforced Body needs 2 energy to block out. So we could play another Hello World, or we could just play 2 strikes. I guess we don't want to play 2 strikes because that's 8 damage. Oh, I guess that actually doesn't split. I assumed that split, but it doesn't. Okay. Let's just do double strike, reinforced body. We've already got one Hello World up. We don't really need two. Alright, this looks like our split turn. Let's put some cards in the discard, I guess. Hello World, take 2 or stack and try to take 0. I think I'll try to take 0. Haha, you can't weaken me. I have Core Surge. Liquid Bronze, pretty nice against Guardians. 6 Thorns. Reprogram versus Glacier. Do you want to be a focus deck or a non-focus deck? Seems like with White Noise, Cold Snap, and Hello World, we probably want to be a focus deck. Yet more block options. Still no damage. Glacier is super effective against the Guardian now, so I'm pretty happy to grab that. Alright, do you have Defrag? No. He does a Storm, though. I said it would take a Storm. It's a Lizard Tail. I would love to take an attack pot, but I filled my potions up. Yeah, Bioscog would be really nice. Storm seems still just a little bit non-good, right? Like, we've got 2 powers, but I don't know if that's enough to pick a Storm. I would pick a Heat Sinks, but Storm seems like it might be a bridge too far. Claw's not bad here. We have a Rebound. Looking for a way to scale damage. I mean, we're missing a lot of damage, right? So Claw can help make up for that. Let's see. So how are we solving the damage problem? Do we do Claw and Scrape? Rebound, Claw, Scrape is definitely a thing. I do enjoy a Scrape. We don't currently have any targets for it. I mean, we'd have one with the Claw. I mean, we have a damage problem, and we need to solve that damage problem at the store. And the only way to do that is these. Scrape feel like it would draw a lot of cards we want and discard them. That actually doesn't matter, Mayday Sunny side. Like 99% of the time, having a card get drawn by Scrape and then shuffled is exactly the same as if it were just like at the bottom of the draw pile. It's pretty irrelevant. It's only like if you have like a card that is really important to play, like first shuffle, that actually matters. And like we definitely don't have any of those cards. Like we don't have like a barricade in here or anything. Yeah, right. Because, like, Scrape, it discards potentially 5 cards, right? But it also means that you shuffle 5 cards earlier, so it, like, almost never matters. No, we don't care about playing Core Surge or Glacier first shuffle. I mean, you know, they're good cards. I'd like to play them, but playing Scrape doesn't change the rate at which we draw them. I mean, you could definitely, like, if there's 5 cards in your draw pile and you know exactly what you're getting, Scrape is definitely a card that lets you look at those and say, is this a card, the hand I want for next turn or no? And if it is a card you want, that can prevent you from playing Scrape. So the interaction you're talking about definitely happens. Like, we do care about the discard. It comes up. But the specific way you phrase it where it's like, but it's discarding my cards, oh no, is not really the right way to think about it. Because it discards your cards, but it also makes your cards get shuffled back really quickly, so it's sort of net neutral, usually. We have Dolly's Mirror here. That's usually like a big power spike moment for a run when you see a mirror. Excuse me. Whew. If we're going to take Scrape Claw, there's also a Madness. If we want to get real wild, try to get Madness on Glacier or something. Like Scrape Claw, Madness, card remove a Strike, try to upgrade a Dual Cast or something. That's true. Akabiko's here too, if we're looking for damage, and we are. Akabiko is really great against Sentries, right? Because it helps you assassinate one on turn 1. What if we take Madness and Mirror that? Madness and Mirror that has got my infinite combo alarms going off. Puts us 2 holograms away from an infinite. Actually, it also puts us 1 armament, or not armaments, what's it called? Apotheosis away from an infinite, right? Because we have Hello World for generating holograms. Theoretically. It's not a very practical infinite. The point of like so we could do Madness, Dolly's Mirror, and do Scrape Claw, right? Because this costs 264, and this only costs like 99. So it would cost 360. We could even do that and card remove. Wouldn't be able to afford Akabiko or Lizard Tail, which is like Lizard Tail's quite good. What's after Defect month? I actually don't know yet. Feel free to pitch something. Probably I'll do like rotating Filter the Spire things, so like Pandora's Box starts or Busted Crown starts or something. And practice those with all the characters for a month. Yeah, I said Pandora's Box and Busted Crown because those are kind of the opposite ends of the spectrum, right? It's like, do you want to have a month where you win every single game? Or do you want to have a month where you're like trying to get a win the entire time? I think generally I'm probably more interested in like trying to get a Busted Crown deck to work than I am like successfully piloting Pandora's Box. Because successfully piloting Pandora's Box, like, to a high win rate is certainly skill testing, but it's really just the win rate that's skill testing, right? It's not like, can you win with this? It's like, obviously you can win. It's like probably the most winnable start in the game. It can't be Gremlin Knob, right? So we can't get like mega punished for having a bunch of skills like Madness and Dolly's Mirror. How about the achievement conditions, like all common deck? I don't know. I don't really like those. I did actually do a series where I was trying to do the You Are Nothing achievement on Ascension 20. So that was fun. But most of the achievements are not very fun on Ascension 20. Like the One Relic achievement, for example, is like, that seems impossible. Yeah, I think the concern for Claw Scrape, Madness, Dolly's Mirror card remove is like, do we win Act 2 like that? I mean, if we can find... I don't know. It seems like a tough Act 2. I guess we've got like Glacier and Reinforced Body for front-loaded block. And front-loaded block is more important than Act 2 than front-loaded damage. Although front-loaded damage also important. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Okay, well. Alright. We're in a very strange place now. We get to make one of these cards cost 0. Should probably be either Cold Snap or Defend. So let's guarantee that that hits. Or we can just not play the Madness. I guess playing the Madness is free, right? Okay. I'll take 3. Probably using Block Pot this turn. Oh, we have Reinforced Body. Claw's always happening. Reinforced Body blocks for 21. If we White Noise and Reinforced Body, then it blocks for 14. 16, we take 4 to develop the power. If it's like Electrodynamics, we win on this spot. Okay. Buffer, huh? Unfortunately, Buffer is currently blocking for 4. We could just skip the buffer. Try to redraw it. Nah, I'll just block for 4. Be nice if Glacier costs 0. I think we want to avoid hitting Hello World or Core Surge, so we could play like Hello World, Core Surge, and then Madness. Hopefully hit Glacier. Defend is not a bad hit either. Great. Can hologram something that costs 0 and then rebound it. Could hologram a Claw or a Glacier. Currently blocking for 6. This is going to block for 3, so we're up to 9. So dual cast basically blocks out. Alright, let's do the Claw then. I'll just take the guaranteed kill on this Sentry. Not the most exciting line, but it's pretty reasonable. Alright, Glacier blocks out, costs 0, save the Ice Cream energy, I guess. I don't think there's any way we're doing 44 more damage this turn. Okay. Rebound Sweeping Beam seems very nice. Get Sweeping Beam next turn as well. Darn. We're about to shuffle, so avoiding a round of dazes seems pretty useful. sweet. Mummified Hand, wow. We're really going to be able to target that madness now. Oh man. I was planning on using the block pot, I just didn't end up needing it. Crap. Dupe pot's one of the best potions in the game, but these potions are so good against Guardian. Are we losing a block pot here? Yikes. Yeah. Mummified Hand Ice Cream. Some weird stuff is going to happen this run. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be weird. We have 2 Madnesses, an Ice Cream, and a Mummified Hand. This is like the setup to a Slay the Spire joke. Now we just have to survive Act 2, right? Yeah, it definitely seems like we're taking any power. Hopefully Electrodynamics. Electrodynamics would be really good. Is there ever a charge battery? Well, hold on. We've got, like, 2 Madnesses and a Scrape, so we probably don't want to be taking just, like, lots of cards. We want to be a little bit conservative here. I don't know if charge battery is quite up to the bar. Got some decently powerful block options. Glacier Reinforced Body. But we really just want, like, holograms, and charge battery is kind of taking the spot of a hologram here. We want, like, lots of holograms. Alright, I think we're fine against Guardian. I think we can just skip here. And then Dupe Pot takes out the block pot, I guess. And then we, like, upgrade Dual Cast? Can we upgrade with 22 health? We scale really hard, but, like, do we block enough? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes we do. Alright. Excuse me, I need to go fluff my bread again. I was just making sourdough real pew. Is this the correct upgrade? Can we afford this upgrade? Madness also could get an upgrade, and they can't hit each other, which is sometimes awkward. It's another zero cost card. It's a card we're pretty interested in drawing with Scrape. Seems like it's probably better than Dual Cast. Yeah, Sacred Bark, but also, like, lots of weirdness. We got two Madnesses already. It's floor 15. Got an Ice Cream and a Mummified Hand. So we're looking to do some kind of wild stuff here. Let's start with a Scrape, and if we can get the Madness plus, we can hit it on Defend. Is that what we want to do? Man, I really want to avoid being vent steamed. Or getting hit, I guess, that's what I mean. Yeah, Dolly's Bread. We went to a shop with a madness, and we Dolly's mirrored our madness. Which was a weird idea. It is a lot of rare relics. It's pretty much all rare relics. I mean, these three. And this one's uncommon, technically, but... Come on. The hell kind of uncommon is this? It's like easily the best uncommon. Outside of Kunai. I love you, Kunai. Come back to me. Okay, I don't think we're using Dupe Pot this turn, so I guess we're just playing the cards. Yeah, Mummified End is uncommon. It's like the most busted uncommon by a mile, outside of, obviously, Kunai, which is the best. Okay, so we're definitely getting hit. Are we dead? Do we have to Dupe Pot our Glacier here? If we don't Dupe Pot Glacier, we block for 7 plus 6 is 13. That does die. We go to 25. Okay, so we have to Dupe Pot the Glacier. Hooray! Favorite sourdough bread toppings? I mean, I usually just put butter on it. I guess we do like avocado toast and like eggs and stuff too, so there's some good options. My wife says kimchi toast. That's a good one. Oh, I see. I totally missed the talk about X. I see what's going on now. Yeah, yeah, kimchi is good. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we already talked about it. I don't know what else to say about that. I feel like I should have more words for a talk about X. But like, I don't really have like a flavor analysis prepared, right? Like, if we were talking about like wine tasting, I could talk more about it. Ooh, yeah, tomato mozzarella basil. That's the. There's a name for that, right? There's that. It's like a bichetti. Is that the name for that? Just like some olive oil. It's like an Italian thing. Bruschetta. Thank you. Okay, so we have to Dupe Pot the Glacier, unfortunately. So I guess we're going to Dupe Pot the Madness, too. So we'll get 2 0-cost things. So we'll go like Core Surge, Strike, Dupe Pot, Madness, Glacier. Yeah, we're gonna do the Relic tier list stream. I think Monday next week, so the 3rd of May. Okay. Sure. Unless, actually, we have enough damage that if we're going to Dupe Pot this turn, we might as well just Dupe Pot 2 strikes. Because that's 24 damage, and then we don't take anything. That's better than surviving. Okay. Pretty weird Dupe Pot. Okay, is it finally time to drink the potion? I feel like this liquid bronze is super good. Maybe we save this liquid bronze for Act 2. It's also super good against birds, right? Yeah, I do like sourdough quite a bit. I don't know if there's really a best when it comes to bread, but it seems like sourdough's about as close as you can get to being the best. Let's see what this is. Interesting. Oh, right, Mummified Hand. That's the first time it's gone off. I totally forgot about it. Sourdough focaccia. That sounds really good. Yeah. I really like, if we're going for, like, super flavorful breads, I really like jalapeno Asiago breads. But that's, like, pretty out there. It's, like, that's a lot of stuff. I've never actually made one, though. I should do that. I have to go to the store, but I could do it today. Fit in a little bit extra damage. I don't see any reason to use the dual cast. Okay. We could Madness a Scrape here. Do we want Madness a Scrape, or do we want Madness on Rebound? I think we want to draw Rebound with Scrape. Is like how we're living our best life. Maybe we just like defend Madness, see what it hits, and then... Because I think either of them is fine. Maybe even defend is fine in this fight. Because then if we hit defend, we could rebound the defend and then scrape defend. Currently short by 10 block, so we'd want to play reinforced body for at least one. Yeah, I mean, cheese and jalapeno definitely isn't like... I've definitely had a jalapeno Asiago bread. It's like a pretty normal bread, but it's like way more flavorful than most breads, right? Professional, yeah, I think that's true. So like, the thing about sourdough is like, because it's not like made in a factory. You know, they can't like produce a huge culture and then dry some and put it in a packet, right? It's like very difficult to predict exactly what it's going to do or like how long it's going to take to wake up. So yeah, you have to sort of like be adaptable while you're baking it, because it can be at a different phase than it was last time. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. It's very relaxing. Technically, I'm doing it right now. This bread's proofing. Isn't baking supposed to be the science? Isn't cooking the art? I mean, I think they're both... I mean, art and science aren't like... They're not like specific things. They're like approaches. So like you can take either approach to either thing. Alright, I don't want the Madness to defend, I've decided. That's less fun than the other things. So I'm going to play the defend and then the Madness. Okay, we hit the scrape, that's fine. When I started making sourdough over the pandemic, I was really doing like the whole complex, folding 3 times a day, doing the long retards in the fridge. Yeah, sourdough's like, yeah, it's whatever you want it to be, right? You can work really hard and like get a really nice result, but also like it's pretty resilient. So if you mess it up pretty bad, it's still going to be bread at the end, and it's going to be pretty delicious. All right, I'm just going to skip. Let's see, what are we doing? We've currently got 11 block. We want more. So I guess I want 14 block from this, so I'll just scrape for damage, and maybe claw, if I get it. If we get Glacier, obviously, things change. Okay, things change. So we could Glacier, Rebound, Reinforce Body, or we could just... Rebound... Glacier? No. Let's just Glacier, Rebound, Reinforce Body. Feels kind of weird to Reinforce Body here, because we've already blocked out. But I guess it gives it to us for next turn. Which it looks like we're going to need. Okay. Cold Snap blocks for 5. And then we could Reinforce Body for 2 to block out. We're already blocked for 9. Do we really need 2? Yeah, might as well. Okay. I guess I'll play Hello World. Sure. I'm never skipping Claw. Reinforced body is blocking for 4 times 7, which is 28. 28 plus 6, so we take 2. If we dual cast Reinforced Body, we block for 3 more, so that would block out pretty much perfectly. Sold. I'm not sure at what point I decided I was trying to save this. Seems like that was a mistake. We're going a little slow here, that's what I'm saying. And I don't want to die on accident here. So I'm just going to drink it. Might need the damage. Scrape usually draws Glacier here. Do we want to rebound the Scrape, or do we want to save rebound for potentially Glacier? Rebounding Glacier is pretty good here, so I think I'm going to try to get that. Sweet. It's a pretty nice split. Kind of wastes the lightning damage, but that's okay. We can defend, rebound, Glacier, Scrape to get the Glacier again. Or we could not do that and get Glacier next turn. Yeah, I think I like getting Glacier next turn. So I'm going to defend, Scrape, and then defend, rebound, Glacier. Glacier for 0. Seems like a good turn for it. Okay. Reinforced body blocks for 27 currently, so we can afford to skip 1 energy worth of it. So I'll use that energy on Ball Lightning. Actually, wait. So now we're blocking for 9. It's 14. Hey, Flintlock. So we're overblocking by 3. Yeah, I'll keep the 3 health. Rebound Claw, name a more classic combo. Oh, we have lethal. Okay. If I ask, how'd you get Madness and Madness Plus this early? We bought one from a shop and then we mirrored it. Immediately. The mirror was also in that shop. We got an old coin before the shop, so we had a bunch of money. There's an all-for-one. There's a bunch of zero-cost stuff in the deck. It seems like shenanigans. There's Madnesses. This is... People always ask what my favorite Slay the Spire class is, and this is my favorite Slay the Spire combo. When we can do 2 Madnesses, all-for-one, hologram stuff, that's my happy place. Alternately, we could take a second Core Surge for some reason. That seems quite bad. Buffer is occasionally pretty useful. And we do have Dolly's Mirror. Or, sorry, Mummified Hand. I mean, we do have Dolly's Mirror, but, you know. The classic 2 Madness Defect archetype. It's not in the mainstream. It's not common, but it is my favorite. Yeah, it's definitely all for one, right? Let's do the stuff. I think I'm, like, partially traumatized by yesterday's run, where we got offered a bunch of claws, skipped them all, and then we ended up with a deck with no plan. It was like, well, if I'd just taken some claws, that would have been good. Great minds think alike. I can believe that's Bailey's favorite infinite. Seems like something Bailey would have fun doing. It does seem like we need the energy. I would say these are probably the 3 worst energy relics. I guess we'd want to swap out probably Sozu for Ectoplasm to get the actual worst 3. I also do really like Sundial Infinites. I think I sort of formed my opinion about what my favorite thing to do was before I like really understood Sundial Infinites. But I do have a good time doing Sundial. Yeah, Sozu's probably not an option. Yeah, that's a good point. So maybe, yeah, we'd have to swap out the Runic Dome for the Ectoplasm to get the actual worst 3. Who needs cards when you have Sacred Bark? Well, we do have to find at least one hologram to have a dream of doing the combo. Or technically another all-for-one. That would work. Actually, no. Do we have the combo now? Yeah, we do, actually. If we can get the deck size down, I don't really want to do a deck size constrained combo because this combo doesn't need to be deck size constrained. But if we get the deck size down, we can do Scrape All for One as a combo with Madnesses. But getting the deck size down is difficult. So what's the current deck size? So 22 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So it's 16 cards. We'd have to get it down to 11. It's 18 cards against the heart, so we'd have to get minus 7 cards before the heart. That seems like a lot. So I'd prefer not to rely on Scrape All for One, which means I don't want to pick Busted Crown, because then I never get a hologram. So it's Runic Dome or Skip? Runic Dome seems very scary with, like, Ice Cream, Reinforced Body. Like, how am I supposed to know when it's the right time? Also, I was hoping that I would get Jerry Alicious' mod installed before the next time I did a Runic Dome run, and I don't have it installed currently. It's true, you don't need intense when you go infinite. That is fair. What mod is this? He posted about it in Discord. It should still be in there. I mean, yeah. So what I'm talking about is not knowing the intention, right? We have Bestiary. I guess you're talking about the mod. How dare you, Pixel Noise? How dare you? I thought we were friends. Not reading my Discord. This is a betrayal. Things are about to get real dramatic around here, that's what I'm saying. Unmodded. Okay, so the problem with Reinforced Body is we just don't know. We don't know when to use it. Runic Dome. Do we need the energy? Maybe this is a skip. God, skip feels so bad here. Maybe we can pick Sozu? Oh man, it hurts. These options are not very fun. Gosh. This is gonna be a compromise. We're gonna have to compromise our values here. As soon as you're thinking you'll need another mod, I'll be here all the time, trying to defend your position. Which one do you want to saw off the limb? Yeah. I mean, this, like, we definitely can die to Runic Dome, right? Like, there's no doubt that spending our energy inefficiently on a reinforced body can get us killed. But I think we just have to do it. This is so bad with Sacred Bark. We just, like, I can't click this button. It's not the right thing to do. And as soon as we do it, you know we get like a White Beast statue, right? We do the Sozu White Beast statue, Sacred Bark. We are unbelievably sad. Yeah, unfortunately, I think Busted Crown is also too early. If we had one hologram, I would take Busted Crown. But with 0 holograms, I don't know. I don't want to, like, never get it, you know? Maybe it is Busted Crown. Maybe it's just Busted Crown and we just find a hologram. We're pretty likely to find a hologram even with Busted Crown, right? like in a shop or in a card reward or something. Library. But it's so bad, right? And we could use like another scrape or like a defrag. Like there's so many good cards. Any powers are amazing because of Mummified Hand. We currently have the heating on and a door open, so I'm going to fix that. I didn't leave the door open. Unmod the wife. Okay, I think we're gonna do Runic Dome. We could just take Busted Crown and get lucky. It's not like a crazy idea, but I think Runic Dome is fairly responsible here. If we get to the point where we're infinite comboing on like turn 2 every fight, then knowing about people's intentions doesn't really matter. It's not 100% clear we're going to get to that point, but hopefully. Champ. An excellent target for infinites. There's a store here. Do we want to go to a store? Not sure what the dream is for a store. I helped you. There's a 3 elite line here. It's the only 3 elite line. I don't think we're like mega excited about elites here. It seems like they're a little bit scary. We don't have like the ability to assassinate a slaver on turn 1, and we don't have really any AoE. We should be fighting its Gremlin later, and I think we're fighting its Book of Stabbing too, since we scale so quickly. But honestly, I don't even know what the deck really does right now, because we just added All for One, and that seems like a really important card. So it's kind of unclear if the deck works currently. There's also a path here with 3 fires in a row. We could do 3 fires and then just see how we feel about elites later. That seems pretty good. Welcome to Act 2. Here's your complimentary Shelled Parasite. We don't need the we don't need intentions to know about him. Apparently I'm not a Papara sub, or else I was gonna Papara 21. We can resist the whatchamacallit, the frail. I guess we we can't be frailed. Hey Mubarak Raza, how's it going? Also, hello to Tets420. Let's see if we can get anything to scrape. Got a madness. Yeah, hopefully this is good. We might die in Act 2. We're a little sketch here. Coconut was looking playful. I wish I had my had a cat toy available. I don't know where they all are. We're gonna get some more cat toys. She only really likes new cat toys, is the problem. So we'll get her a cat toy and she'll love it for like a week. Yeah, he's hitting for 21 for sure. Well, you want to see her? Well, she's right here. She's looking intently at the staircase where my wife just vanished. Is she coming back? Why did she come down here? What's going to happen next? Her eyes are like so wide open too. I unfortunately can't leave the camera here. I'm holding it. I guess I could hold it while I play. What do we want to hit Madness on? Rebound? Yeah, I think so. But then we don't rebound anything. Can Coco hold the camera? I don't think so. She's still just mega alert. She's like ready to pounce off that pillow if she sees my wife with butter on her finger, I think is what she's looking for. She's very attuned to the movements of butter about the house. Okay, alright. My arm's getting tired. I'm cutting you off, chat. No more cats for you. I guess I'll just strike, and then Madness, and then rebound Cold Snap. And it'll hit something good. Okay. Flintlock wants to see more coconut. We're starting down the dark path now. I don't know where this path leads. People just wanting to see coconut all the time. I'm like always holding the camera. I don't know if I can live this lifestyle. I guess we're menacing a defend. We could just not play defend. She's still doing it. She's just waiting for her chance to strike. We're either madnessing a defend or we're not, right? I don't really want to redraw the madness, so let's madness it then. Okay. Okay, so he's 7 times 2'd. Can't do it 3 times in a row, so he could be 7 times 2 again. Okay. It doesn't seem like we really care. Strike is useless. Okay, that was 2 double strikes in a row, so he's not doing that. It's either 21 or 12. Wait, can he fell again? Yeah, he can. Okay. So could be hitting for up to 21. Let's see what's in here. Sure. I guess we have to reinforce body. There's no other option. Calipers would be good here. Scrape has some targets. Claw, defend. Yes, I did get my second dose. Got it last Friday. So May 8th. May 8th is my fully vaccinated... or I guess I got it on Saturday. May 8th is my fully vaccinated moment to shine. Go back out into the world. Ooh, 20 minutes. Very exciting. Which vaccine are you getting? Oh, Pfizer. Me too. Alright. See you around at Pixel Noise. I also have to do bread stuff. Bye. Pfizer, third Rolls Royce vaccine. You haven't been offered a vaccine yet. What? Aren't you? Are you not a? Maybe you're not an adult. I'm pretty sure all adults are now, or at least in America. Sorry, I guess I made a lot of assumptions. I don't know what your situation is really in any way. His max damage is 21 here. He 12'd last turn. Oh, plenty adult. Fully vaxxed tomorrow, yay! Okay, so his max damage is 21. We're currently blocking for 4, so we should probably block for another 17. Glacier blocks for exactly 17. Sold. Strike or dual cast. Malfatha also getting his vaccine too. So Malfatha and Pixel Noise are vaccine buddies. You guys are on the same schedule. Wait, Malfatha, are you also doing Pfizer? Vincent Adultman. Pleasure to meet you. I think just damage is what I care about. We're almost there, so let's get him. Ah, Moderna. Oh, ESP, you're a different person. Do we have lethal? That looks like it might be lethal. I guess we don't have any damage. But we're really close. Alright, so he could hit for 21 again next turn. So we've blocked that out. Ha! What a fool. You can't hit me for 21. Okay. Another rebound? Seems like no. Cool Head's kind of interesting. If it said plus on it, sure. But it doesn't. I think we're just skipping these. Okay. Ancient Writing. Upgrade all strikes and defends. Seems great. So you're supposed to wait a few months for your vaccine. Interesting, I didn't know about that. Cool Head good with ice cream. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, if you have COVID, do you need a vaccine? Or if you had... I think that might be one of those questions where scientists don't know yet. Just died to the Ascension 20 heart on the second tier 3 boss. Wait. Oh, to the second tier 3 boss. 0 focus on any card rewards the whole game. Yep. Sorry about that, Blaster Pastor TTV. I actually had a run yesterday where I got a bias cog and absolutely no other focus and no artifact interactions. So I was like, aw. This deck is not a focus deck. This is a sort of claw infinite deck, so... COVID immunity only lasts 3 to 6 months. Huh. Interesting. You need to wait 3 months for your antibodies to peak. Huh. Is that so that you don't have, like, a really aggressive reaction when you get the vaccine? Because it seems like if your body just had COVID and you're like, hey, body, here's some more COVID stuff, it would be like, no! No more! My claw decks always fizzle out. Yeah, Pandora's Box swaps are great. What did you get from the Pandora's Box? Interesting. Okay, presumably this is upgrade all, right? I don't think we're going for the deck size limited combo here, so just want the upgrades to survive Act 2. More like you're wasting resources. That makes sense too. More question marks could give us library or something. You know somebody who got over COVID, took the vaccine, and got sick with it again. They actually contracted COVID again? Wow. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of COVID. Dark Orb doesn't seem very good. I think this might be our blue key. As soon as I saw the ice cream, I was like, let's find a Dark Orb and a multicast, and that'll be how we win. But it seems like that's not the plan anymore. But we do have, like, you know, there's still a dual cast in the deck. Dark Orb hits pretty hard. There's a bunch of nonsense, like Aggregate, Scrape, Blizzard, FTL, like some Cold Snaps. It sounds like a Blizzard deck. I mean, almost never do you actually, like, play a Blizzard deck. You know this, you're on Ascension 20. Like, Blizzard's pretty terrible. But, like, if you Pandora's Box swap into a Blizzard and 2 Cold Snaps, like, I guess that's the thing. Scrape FTL isn't terrible. It's better than Strikes, right? Made it work with Apotheosis Plus? Yeah. I mean, it can work. It's bad, but... Catch COVID in the time between shots. Yeah, we were super careful. Or we're still being super careful, because, like, we're not immune yet, you know? Even though we've had both shots. Even once we're, like, fully vaccinated, we're still not immune, right? It's, like, whatever, like, 99% effective, not 100. Still worth worrying about the 1%. Although, like, you know, within reason. Risk management. Symbiotic Virus is so good, it's weird to consider skipping it. This deck currently has some fairly significant orb stuff. Sap, Cold Snap, Glacier. We're definitely not, like, trying to avoid orbs or focus or anything. We were offered a reprogram, but didn't take it. It was reprogram versus Glacier. But Key is nice too. Key, like, my run yesterday, I kind of criticized my pathing decisions after the run was over. And I was like, if I could have, like, taken my green key earlier or the blue key earlier. If I'd taken the blue key earlier, I would have been able to afford Curse Key as an Act 2 boss reward. And if I'd taken the Mega Elite earlier, I wouldn't have been forced into a terrible path in Act 3. So I think that maybe we could have rescued the run yesterday by taking blue key earlier. It seems like Symbiotic Virus is, like, not much. So we could just take Sapphire Key now. Read an article saying that 2 weeks after first shot of Pfizer or Moderna, you're at 80%. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, right, it's like, you know, vaccines are great, nothing is 100% effective. Yeah, right. Being immune is not possible because everybody's body is different, and we don't understand the immune system well enough currently for anything to be 100%. Okay, I'm gonna take Sapphire Key. I don't think we need Symbiotic Virus. These guys are spawn camping the shop. That's smart. Trying to get people before they go to the marketplace. I get it. Let's see if we can get any Scrape stuff. We did. I guess I'll rebound the Claw over playing White Noise. Taking some damage here. Went off on an anti-lockdown rant. That's a bit of a yikes. Defend is blocking for more per energy than Reinforced Body currently, which is kind of sad. Reinforced Body is currently blocking for 21. They are both attacking for 11 again. So they're hitting for 22, so Defend Reinforced Body blocks out perfectly. Let's do that. This hand is really awkward. Man, 4 cards left. We're gonna get an all-for-one with like a bunch of 0-cost cards in the discard. Drap. Alright, he's lunging, which is kind of good and kind of bad. It's bad because we just took a bunch of damage. It's good because we have extra time to kill him. Which it looks like we're gonna need. Oops, I played those in the wrong order. I should have 3 energy now. Looks like we got there. Ooh, a bot. My goodness. Always excellent. Gambler's Brew, Sacred Barrack. Ah, that jerk James. Dang, you're too slow. If I knew you wanted to be famous, I wouldn't have banned that bot. Can I ask what your thoughts are on the Apparition event? I used it last run, but 3 Apparition feels like too little for Defect setup time. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, 3 Apparitions, it's not gonna, like... It doesn't, like, protect you forever, you know? But I think you should sort of, like... You should modulate your setup times so that they're appropriate for 3 Apparitions. Because if you need longer than that, I think you're too slow. You're taking too long to set up. Because that's plenty of time. Less defrags, more hyper beams. That's what I'm saying. 3 apps feels weird on Defect compared to every other character. It's an interesting observation. Yeah, every character kind of does have a different interaction with apparitions, right? Because like Watcher is super fast, so 3 apparitions feels like plenty. Silent has another source of intangible in Wraith form, so it's like you kind of like you're playing a different intangible game. Ironclad has Exhume, so you can sort of revisit your apparitions if you want. So yeah, Defect is really the only one with no like special apparition interaction, I would say. Do we go for the eyes? Seems like yes. We've got an all for one scrape. Blocks out. It also, like, it's kind of awkward with Runic Dome, but it's kind of good with Runic Dome. It's both good and bad, right? If you want to actually weak people, Go for the Eyes can be somewhat inconsistent, right? Because it's hard to tell. But Go for the Eyes can also tell you if they're attacking or not, which can be fairly useful. Yeah, right. I mean, the difference between it turning yellow and you actually like play it isn't really very much because it costs 0, so you're going to play it anyway. There's also a chill. Chill makes quite a bit of sense. We have a scrape to go get it. Gets out of the deck. It's not a madness target. It's a lot of the same positive stuff as Go for the Eyes, except doesn't have the weird Runic Dome interaction, and it exhausts, which is kind of good, kind of bad. How much card draw do we currently have? So we draw 5 cards per turn, so we've got sort of 2 extra cards, but then Scrape is drawing 4. I don't know where I'm going with this line of reasoning, but I shuffled on the same turn I drew all for one, and that seems bad. I should try to avoid that happening. Alright, see you around, Blastercaster. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go chill. I like Go for the Eyes, but chill is quite good. Thanks for the follow. And welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Appreciate the support. Alright, I think we want this fire more than we want this shop, so let's go fight for it. 20 health, do we always survive this fight? I think we usually survive the fight. Alright, stick plant. I'm gonna assume he is chomping. I hope he's enfeebling spores, because we're immune to frail. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. It's the standard Runic Dome plan. Okay, this blocks for 21. We take 1 in worst case. We skip a zap in best case. Okay. All for One has no targets. And he can be chomping again. Is this enough of an emergency to Gambler's Brew? Seems like it's quite bad if we just have Defend. Yeah, I think I am in a Gambler's Brew. I don't want to die here. I'll keep the All for One in case we draw a zero cost thing. Interesting. Let's get the Hello World out of the way and then play the Madness. I believe Madness can still hit All for One, because this is a temporary decost to 0, so Madness considers the permanent cost when it's figuring out valid targets. Okay. Alright, well, we wasted the potion. Didn't need that. Beam Cell seems good. Scrape can get us extra zero cost stuff. So he's always biting here. Let's see what this is. Storm's not useful. Alright, well, we're not dead, but we're taking some damage here. This, once again, is always an attack. And once again, we're taking damage. Okay, well, we got through it. Regen Pot's super nice. Regen Pot with Sacred Bark is the reason to not pick Sozu. Can you imagine if we had Sozu? The agony of looking at that Regen Pot and being like, oh, 55 health, why? Why did I do it? So, we did a good thing, picking the Runic Dome. That was the correct pick. Sozu just killed us. Skim draws a bunch of cards. We have some zero cost stuff, so drawing a bunch of cards. Zero cost stuff and 4 energy, so drawing a bunch of cards seems quite good. Compile Driver can also draw cards. A little bit harder for Compile Driver to be good. If we're taking the Symbiotic Virus, Compile Driver would be quite a bit better. Chance to draw 3. If we get Zap Cold Snap. I don't think Skim ever participates in an infinite because our deck is too large for that. So we're really just using Skim to like find All for One and start the combo on any given turn. Seems pretty good. I think we're resting here despite the 55 health in the bar. I mean, it's only 55 health if you can block out and stay in a fight for 10 turns, right? So in practical terms, it's going to be less than that. Madness on Skim and All for One. Yeah, we could draw a lot of cards that way, but I don't think it's infinite. Question mark for Library or Apparitions or something. Or it could be, you know, super hard fight. Makes sense to me. Seems like we're always going to Skim, so I'll just Skim now. Okay. So if we play Defend and Hello World and Madness, it either hits Dualcast or Glacier, which are both good targets, and then the other Madness hits the other one. So we get to play both of those things. That seems good. Oh right, Hello World also does that thing. So now we're testing my understanding of Madness here. So this one will hit this, I believe. Yeah, it flashed. Okay. Oh, you know what? You're right. We should absolutely regen here, since this is a long fight and we're in danger of losing it. I just didn't even think about that. I was too focused on the cards. Yeah, that's a weird interaction. I would not expect... oh, it happened differently this time. That's odd. Did I do anything different? Why did it happen differently? Because last time I hit Glacier. I must have played them in a different order, because I'm pretty sure that should be deterministic. But maybe it's not. Maybe there's a bug in the determinism. We're probably going to kill Fungi Beast first. We have a Core Surge, so we might be able to block the vulnerable. You clawed first last time. I believe that, yeah. No, it's not true RNG. I mean, it can be leaky, right? It can be sort of escape the seed, but it can't be real RNG. There is no such thing as real RNG. I mean, actually, if we rebound on Fungi Beast, then if we Core Surge him to death, we actually do get vulnerable. I've had this happen before, where Core Surge kills a Fungi Beast, so we actually need to not kill him with it, if that's the plan. But is Cosmic Radiation truly random? I don't know. I guess there's quantum stuff, right? Hey, Hex Molten. Yeah, day's going good. Guitar, are you referencing the Sun Microsystems lava lamp RNG thing? Here, I'll share that story with everybody else in case you are. So in the 80s, people were looking for sources of randomness for random node generators. So Sun, the people who made Java, and were making microcontrollers at the time, set up a wall of lava lamps and pointed a camera at them, and then sampled the camera's pixels as their source of randomness, which I think is awesome. Currently, there's generally on modern processors there is there's like a diode that's left open. It's like it's like a photodiode that's just measuring whatever happens to come in. It's not very fast. It doesn't get very much random noise, but you can actually get like sort of pseudo real noise from it. It's a little bit dangerous too, because it's all of a sudden you're like opening up if you use that randomness for like a security operation, you're opening yourself up to really weird attacks where people can like shine a light on your computer and then now they can predict what your randomness is. So gotta be a little careful with that stuff. Do we Sweeping Beam and look for Glacier? That would be foolish, because there's no Glacier here. We could find Chill, or scrape into Chill. Sure. Doesn't seem like Rebound's super good. Okay, here's our Core Surge. So we can just Core Surge, then Rebound, and then Defend. You'd be a great sci-fi writer, thank you. Let's see, this is turn 2, so he 21 attacked last turn. And he can't be doing that again. So his max damage is 14. So if we Core Surge, Rebound, Defend, or Core Surge, Defend, Rebound, if we don't want the Defend back. Then... Well, why not? Oh, because Core Surge Rebound kills the Fungi Beast. Cannot bite 3 times in a row. He's only doing 6 damage, so actually block is better than killing him. In terms of block. So we'll just Core Surge, because we need that. And then we can double defend. Minimizes damage, I'm fairly sure. Alright. So chill while he's still alive. Ball Lightning to kill him. All for 1 for block. And I guess White Noise over Strike. Or both. We do have a regen pot ticking, but I would like to be able to kill him whenever the need arises. I'm not that far away from full health either. Alright, so now he can be doing 21 again. Do you imagine Shared Parasite and Fungi Beast are like cousins or something? They're always hanging out. Yeah, well, they're both parasites, right? Or yeah, you could say they're both parasites because this one is explicitly a parasite, and then the Fungi Beast is clearly a fungus that was parasitically growing on a mouse that has now killed the mouse and is mobile. I think you can consider that a parasite. We can shuffle with Scrape, or we can shuffle with Sweeping Beam if we want Scrape in the discard, but we don't particularly want Scrape in the discard, so... Cordyceps? What does that mean? Is that a specific parasite? Alright, let's just shuffle now. Claw. We need a block for 21. Oh, you haven't played last fight. I actually have, I just wasn't apparently paying enough attention to the fiction. So we can block for 14 plus 6 if we Cold Snap Reinforce. Or we could just Reinforce and block out. 14 plus 6 is 20. I'll take 1 damage. If he's choosing to do the big attack. Which he isn't. Ha! Free damage. We could play Turbo twice. It's kind of sweet. The only zero-cost card is a Claw. He can be 21 damage attacking this time. This game's villains need more lore. Sure. I do want to kill him, though. Let's rebound all for 1. And then turbo out some of the rest of these. Currently blocking for 20, so this is fine. Alright, almost up to full health. And we're gonna just wait and kill him next turn, so we can get to full health. Blizzard would be good here. Doesn't seem necessary, but I guess it would be sufficient. Okay, Power Pot. Power Pot's extremely good. We get 2 powers, and they both decost cards to 0, so very powerful Power Pot. Recursion Plus with a Scrape and an All for 1. We do generate Frost Orbs. We don't have any focus. Hold on, bread stuff. Um, yeah, Bioscog would be nice, yeah. I don't know if I've ever had a loaf of bread, like, simultaneously pass and fail the window pane test. It's like I stretched it out thin enough that I could see through it, but then it tore. So it, like... yeah, I don't know. My interpretation was more time. Oh wait, I actually didn't set a timer, I need to do that. Doom and Gloom seems terrible, Charge Battery seems unnecessary. I think Recursion's probably unnecessary too. It is kind of nice to have an extra zero cost card just to, like, have something that Madness can't target. But, like, a zero cost card that, like, basically just blocks for 5. Maybe not worth it. I guess, like, a zero cost card that blocks for 5 and scales with focus is not bad. That's better than, what's it called? Steam Barrier. And that's, like, playable sometimes with All for One. How'd you come up with Vegetablebread? It's one of those things where it's just like my normal username was taken. So I was just trying to come up with something, and I was thinking about potatoes, and they're kind of just like nothing but just like a hunk of sugar. I thought that was kind of like the vegetable version of bread. A lot of money in it if you market it properly? What do you mean? I think I would take it. It's not, like, amazing, but it's okay. We're at full health, so I guess we're doing a upgrade here. Madness would like an upgrade. Zap and Dual Cast would be extra targets for Scrape. Chill could go on turn 1. White Noise could go. White Noise actually becomes a Scrape target as well. So a lot of ways to get new Scrape targets. Zap, Dual Cast, White Noise, and Madness. Skim would draw an extra card. A lot of good upgrades here. Or we could just upgrade Scrape. I mean, it draws an extra card. Seems like it's pretty relevant. It's true. Chill Plus is quite good. We're also going into an elite fight. 2 out of the 3 Act 2 elite fights have 3 enemies on turn 1, so just chill immediately. The joke was how to transform vegetables into bread in your secret lair. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, that's, I can turn wheat into bread. Wheat and water. I mean, wheat flour. Because I don't want to deal with grinding things. I think I'm pretty happy with just having 1 Madness Plus. I don't think I really need 2, because even if when I draw them on the same hand, I just play the 1-cost one first, and then they can't hit each other. But if I upgrade... Like, sometimes it's pretty awkward to, like, play Zap or Dual Cast before we start playing 0-cost stuff. I think the reason I don't want to upgrade Chill is, like, I have a Scrape, and I probably want another Scrape. And so having Chill be in the deck is actually pretty good, because it gives us an extra 0-cost card to draw. What if All for One's upgrade was put all 0 or 1 cost cards from your discard pile into your hand? That would be a very different card. I'm gonna go with Dual Cast. It's an extra Dodges Madness. White Noise doesn't need it, because when we play White Noise, it already procs Mummified Hand, so it's like already costs like net negative usually. And if we need to get Zap out of hand, we should just play it. But we might want to play Dual Cast at like a specific time, like after Glacier. Disc Betty wants to see Coconut. I want to see Coconut too. There she is. She's taking a nap now. Still her eyes are like slightly open. She's doing that cat thing. Partially napping. Well, you know what? Her heat pad is turned off, so I'll reactivate that while we're looking at her. Thanks for reminding me, Disc Betty. I'm going to miss Defect month. What's next month? I'm actually not sure yet. I've mentioned this a couple times, but I'm probably going to do some sort of filter the spire rotating for a month. So like doing all Pandora's box swaps or doing all busted crown swaps or something. Yeah, people keep asking for Prismatic Shard, but I don't know how to set that up. I guess we could just like cheat it into our relic bar, but that feels very cheaty. So I'm not super fan of that. I do want the content on the channel to be like pretty relatable, you know? Yeah, Pandora's Box start would definitely be fun. I think Pandora's Box is probably the direction to go, because that's like, you know, like, to be candid, as a Twitch streamer, people come to the stream more when you're like in Act 3, right? They can see a preview of what's happening in the stream. If they're like, oh, he's fighting the heart, gotta go watch that. Whereas if you're like dying to Gremlin Knob repeatedly, that's a little bit less exciting. And yeah, I feel like Busted Crown would be less likely to be sort of highlight reel worthy. So I was talking about dual cast earlier. I think like maybe Skim is actually the upgrade here. Getting an extra card is really nice. And it's like, it's not conditional like Scrape. We might turn into a 5 energy deck here, and then we'd like really need a Skim upgrade. I've come to the conclusion that if you die in Act 1, you don't get all the now options is bad game design. Encourages save scumming in Act 1. I'm of multiple minds. I think that like trying to divide the world into like good design and bad design is always going to kind of trick you, because the world's just like, it's not a binary place. And like there are definitely downsides to the design of if you die in Act 1, you don't get all the options from now. But I don't think it's bad design, and here, let me justify that. So most players in the game, most players of a game are not like experts, right? Most people are just like playing it for the first time, or they're like 2 hours in or something. And I'm pretty sure the design for if you die in Act 1, you get the quote unquote bad now options. It's intended to be to help people who are having trouble getting to the end of Act 1 get to the end of Act 1. And the downside is, unfortunately, for people like the people in this chat and me, we're all like Slay the Spire experts by comparison. It's kind of like an insult. It's like a slap in the face, where it's like, I kind of died in Act 1 on purpose, right? I like took a risk in Act 1 because I needed to win the game. And the game's like, your risk in Act 1 didn't pay off. You must be a beginner, right? Which is sort of unfortunate. I do think that if you're in Ascensions, like if you have Ascension turned on, if you're on like at least Ascension 1, they should turn off that mechanic. But I don't think it's bad design. It's just like a little bit overbroad, is my read. I don't know. Maybe it's in there for some different reason and I'm totally misunderstanding it, but... Alright, I'm going to take the Skim. Skim's better if we become a 5 energy deck. It's maybe not as good as Dual Cast right now. Blood Vial. Well, we're full health, so that doesn't do anything right now, but probably do stuff soon. We do have good upgrades. We could just skip this elite. I don't know if there's a world where we do 3 elites here. So we could just take an upgrade, do 1 elite, see how we feel after that. Doesn't seem like a deck that's very good at Act 2 elites. Kind of just feels like we got we randomly got a regen pot, and that's why we're at full health, right? It's not like it's not like we're actually strong. We just kind of got lucky. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by why the mechanic is still on for Ascension 20. Like, clearly, I do not need help getting through Act 1, but I don't know. Maybe that's not the point. I think I am just going to take an extra upgrade. There's no world where we take like less than 30 damage from an elite fight, right? Like, the elite fights are very dangerous. I guess like we could beat Gremlin Leader maybe without taking any. If we get lucky. Yeah, I'm just gonna take an upgrade. Upgrades are really good. Yeah, we don't need an upgrade, that's fair. But like upgrades are quite good here. Nia's Lament is almost always a 5-star. So Nia's Lament is okay on some characters. I think Nia's Lament is excellent on Silent. I think Silent has a lot of trouble getting through Act 1. And so Nia's Lament can really transform early Act 1 from like an exercise in losing 20 health to or in losing whatever, like 35 health to Lagavulin to like you get an extra elite. But I think Silent's definitely the best one. Because, like, Watcher, for example, Watcher absolutely does not need Lament to perfect Act 1 elite fights. So, definitely feels like a bad one there. Yeah, it's true. The buffs are irrelevant, for sure. So, we were talking about dual cast last time. Scrape also in the conversation. I think I'm going to go for dual cast. Whatever our infinite ends up being, Scrape Plus helps us get it going faster. Dual cast does not. Dual cast just helps us... I guess dual cast also helps us get it online, right? If we draw a combo piece and a dual cast and a madness in the same hand, we want the dual cast 0 so it's not a target. I'm gonna do the Scrape though. You expect to take the Act 1 seriously, otherwise your next run's going to be meh. Yeah, that's fair. The Knights. If we bet on Owner and win, do we just skip this Elite 2 and just do a 0 Elite Act 2? Because there's a shop here, we'd have 500 gold. Yeah, I talked about Zap versus Dualcast for upgrades previously. I think like Dualcast, we care more if we're playing it before or after Madness, because Zap we can just play anytime, but we're often like trying to land a Madness on a Glacier. So if we have a 0-cost Dualcast in hand, we can like hold the Dualcast while we play the Madness on the Glacier. But if we have a Zap and we're trying to land Madness on Glacier, we just play the Zap and then the Madness. Sure, I mean, it's higher EV, it gives us a really good pathing upside. Why not? Oh wow, we win. Okay. Are we doing a 0 Elite Act 2? I mean, this is mostly like card-powered run. We've kind of got everything we need from the Relic Bar. Does this deck beat Champ? Like, we don't have an infinite yet. We shouldn't behave like we do. I think it does, though. I think we scale Claw faster than he scales. Champ with Dome is tricky, though. I mean, maybe we go here and we get an infinite, though, right? We just need to find a hologram and upgrade it. It's pretty realistic to find a hologram here. Are there other things that could get infinites? Like a finesse or a scrape? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. Yeah, Collector with Dome is super rough. Obviously, you're looking for Automaton with Dome. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what's in the shop. There's pellets. Pellets is kind of an eye-popping relic for Defect. I don't know if this is really a... yeah, I'd take a Bioscog. Another Hello World, probably not useful. Purity, not as good as Recycle. If we got a Recycle, we could do an Infinite, because then we'd be able to afford the Scrape All for One. But unfortunately, there's no Recycle, no Hologram, no help here. Might just take a Fear Pot. It's possible this is just like Orange Pellet's Fear Pot card remove. Oof, Pixelnice is back. Back end, fully vaccinated, alright. Or, I don't know how to refer to... I was talking to my wife about this. I don't know how to refer to myself when I'm in the period between, like, I have received both shots and I'm fully vaccinated. That's all. That's all I have to say. I mean, we should pick the pellets, right? We're playing Defect. Yeah, no, we we did the other thing. We bought a Madness from an Act 1 shop, and then we mirrored it, because we're very strange people. So this plus that is 100, or 218. Vaxxed to the max. I want to have that conversation with somebody in public. Oh, you're vaccinated? Yeah, but I'm not vaxxed to the max yet. Oh, I'm vaxxed to the max. I got vaccinated a long time ago. Wow, fancy you. Toxic Egg? Toxic Egg means that if we find a hologram, it's already upgraded. We do need to have a specifically upgraded hologram, and we are a little bit running out of time to find it. That's right, they should have done a COVID patch for Slay the Spire, where the Jaxed event becomes the Vaxxed event. Can we afford Toxic Egg and Orange Pelts? We cannot. Drat. What other skills do we want? Maybe like a Turbo? There's a Turbo here. We could just do Toxic Egg Turbo. Maybe we can do like a 20 card infinite with like 0-cost Skim, 0-cost Scrape, and Turbo Plus. Just like blitz through the deck. Actually, I think we need 0-cost All for One, 0-cost Scrape, and then we could probably do it with a Skim in the... Oh wait, how would we get the Skim back? Nope, that wouldn't work. So maybe like 0-cost Skim, 0-cost All for One. Why not Toxic plus Pellets? Can't afford it. Too expensive. I would love to. It seems like, it just at first glance, 414, 281, 163, seems like you should be able to afford it. But then 281 is pretty close to 300. 163 is a little bit too high. We're only off by like 20 gold, but still off. Yeah, I think I just want Pellets vulnerable pot card remove. And no turbo. How many 0-cost cards do we want? We still want a hologram for sure, or another all for one. So there's going to be... I guess that doesn't cost 0. So we count the madnesses as costing 0, and then we've got currently 1, 2, 3, 4 zero cost cards. So that seems fine. I was worried about hand size issues for a second. With turnip and coursers, yeah, that's true. Oh, you're arguing against the pellets. Yeah, I think pellets is mostly just for bias cog, but I guess you're right. We do have core surge already, so we can just line it up. I'm not sure Toxic Egg really has enough like stuff to make it good. I mean, it gets the turbo right now, so like Toxic Egg turbo card remove, which is nice. Assuming you beat the act, yay or nay on Snecko Eye. That plays into the pellets thinking. Snecko Eye and Zero Cost Defect is always such a strange bedfellows. I think we're probably yes, just because we have an all for one, but like, it'll get really weird. And I'm not sure I'm a big fan. We have 2 Madnesses, we might be no. The shirt says LOL Apps. This is the first video game company I worked for. They made Facebook games back in the decade that's difficult to name, where all the numbers started with 2002, 0, and 1. No, not the O's, the teens? I don't know. What do you call those? I'm glad that we're in the 20s now. This is a lot less confusing. It feels weird to refer to this decade as the 20s, though, because that so seems like the 1920s, right? It's like that's a decade with a very specific identity. People wearing like I want to say flappers. Are those shoes? Are flappers shoes, or is it like a hat? I really have no idea what flappers are, I guess is what I'm saying. Skirts. Okay. I almost said skirt, but then... No, flappers are people. Okay. Sure. Okay. Today I learned. They're like hipsters, but different. They had an outfit. Yeah, teens seems like the easiest way to say it, but... yeah, not really totally accurate either. The COVID 20s. That's sad. Yeah, I don't think we need orange pellets. I think I'm gonna skip orange pellets. Maybe we need meat on the bone. We got quite a bit of value out of that regen pot. It's true. Well, both of the 20s, yeah, the COVID and 1918 pandemic are like such mirrors. They're like almost exactly 100 years later, because it was 1918 when that pandemic first arrived, the Spanish flu, as it was called at the time. But it also was prominent during the. Wait, wasn't it 1819? Am I totally off base here? Because 19 I don't think had a pandemic, but maybe I'm just completely wrong. Was it 1919 or 1918? I don't know. Yeah, it was 1980. Okay, thank you, that trick, James. I was like completely off my off base there. 1818 was a very different time in history. I was like, no, it has to have been 1918. I did confuse myself, yes. This is so weird, because this is like, potentially does nothing, and this is like a 300 gold bonfire, right? Whereas this is like, I guess this also does nothing, technically, right? Well, actually, this purges champ debuffs, which are fairly significant. Did 1820 even have a pandemic? That's incredible, if it's exactly 100 years. Yeah, if we're worried about Champ, I think it's definitely Orange Pellets, right? Pellets actually, like, does something against Champ. Whereas Toxic Egg is, like, purely sort of speculative. Well, not purely, because it comes with a turbo, but still. I am a little bit worried about Champ. I mean, Champ is a concern here, because we don't have our Infinite online. And we're always going to see at least one fire in Act 3, so we don't have to get upgraded holograms. So I think I'm going to go for the pellets. And the fear pod. And we're removing a strike. Yeah. Okay. Extra Hello World? No. We'll just save the money. Okay. Alright. His max damage on turn 1 is 14. Her max damage is 9. So 23 damage total. I don't know why I even counted that, because I have no damage in hand. Dual cast Recursion with no orbs. Tremendous. I'm gonna play dual cast on nothing, just so I can land the madness on a rebound. I think that's a better target. And I'm gonna recursion nothing so that we don't accidentally rebound it. Well, that hurt. Chill Glacier does some good stuff. Let's see what Scrape does first. Hits the claw. Let's draw a card. And now we can draw lots of cards. I'll just madness a random card, that's fine. Okay, she's healing now. We got absolutely beat up by this fight, but we should be out of the woods now. Darn, Zap was the only miss. Oh well. So he can't get through our armor, so we don't need to waste our energy on Reinforced Body. Alright, she's gonna heal again. So quick search shows that 1720 had bubonic plague. Oh wow. 1820 had cholera. Wow. Oh my god, it really is every 100 years. Jesus. We have to tell people in 2120. They have to know. Let's do Coolhead first. It's 3 targets. It's okay. Okay, he can't get through our armor, so I'm not going to waste one energy here. Alright, she can't heal anymore. Got a hologram and claw. Seems like it's probably lethal. Claw, hologram. Rebound, claw, scrape, claw. Oops. Dang. The line was too complicated and I did it wrong. We still get lethal, but more awkwardly. We still even get to rebound the claw, just a different claw. Any reason to delay? No. Static discharge plus... If you could change the numbering system we use, what base would you pick? Why would you pick 12? I mean, 12 is kind of an interesting number, because it's like, got so many common factors. I don't know. I think 10 is a pretty good pick, to be honest. It's the number of fingers we have. So that's convenient. It's good for children. 12 is nice, just because of all the factors, but that's really, like, only useful for, like, very specific mathematical situations. And if you're in a specific mathematical situation, you can pick your own base. You can use any of them, just the defaults, and I think the default should be built around people's hands. I think that makes the most sense. Or base 2, because that's the smallest one that's useful, which is why it's used for the computers. Base 16 makes sense? Sure. Yeah. I mean, people use hexadecimal for stuff, so that's base 16. Yeah, but the problem with binary is that the numbers get really long. But I mean, if binary was the primary number system, I think we would find a more compact way of writing them, right? Yeah, we just picked the pellets. We almost skipped the pellets, Bad Terrence, because the pellets actually doesn't do anything in the deck. This is like purely speculative pellets. Despite what the relic bar looks like, this is actually a Madness infinite deck. There's 2 Madnesses and Scrapes and All for Ones and stuff, so we're not quite infinite yet, but we're working on it. Okay. Oh man, there's lots of stuff happening. Oh, I read the joke. What? Oh, I see. Alright, people are just telling jokes in chat now. I can't even keep up with this stuff. Okay. Do we take a turbo? Or this settings charge? What about Equilibrium? It's a pretty good card to cost 0. kind of fights with the skim and the scrape a little bit. We want to be like drawing a bunch of cards every turn. I do like being able to block, though. Currently our block is Reinforced Body, Glacier. That's basically it. Although we do have Defend pluses, so... yeah, I think I am going to take an Eagle Orb. Okay. Another Snake Plant. We fought one of these earlier. He is probably attacking for 24, but can just be debuffing on turn 1. So, let's see. Let's start with Scrape, look for a Madness, try and hit the Glacier. And fail. Glacier Recursion's pretty nice, though. So I think we'll just do Glacier Recursion Core Surge. Just block the debuff if it does come. Or block a debuff. Alright. Take 8. I guess we hold the Claw, there's no reason to use it, right? Ah yes, Equilibrium and Ice Cream. There's no reason to play anything, I can just hold them. I guess Claw hits only armor right now, but there's no point in hitting armor. How did all the strikes and defends get upgraded? There's an event called Ancient Writing that upgrades all your strikes and defends. We encountered that event. He's not attacking this turn because he can't attack 3 times in a row. So we've kind of got an open frame here, do whatever we want. Echo Form. Well, that's nice. Let's hit the Claw on that armor. Perfect. Okay. Play that for free. So whatever we're doing, we do it twice. We could hologram twice for like Claw and All for One, and maybe get lethal. If we do Claw and All for One, there's only 2 zero-cost cards in the discard. Recursion and Claw. I guess we could Rebound, too. Put that in the discard. So Claw's currently hit for 5, so we'd do 5 plus... let's see, we'd be doing 3 Claws, so it'd be Claw, All for One... no. We would just do 2. So do 5 plus 7 is some damage. It's 12 plus 10, 22, doesn't seem lethal. I guess plus this, but still not lethal. Is it more damage if we take All for One Scrape? Because then we can All for One Rebound Claw, Scrape Claw. Probably want to rebound before we play All for One so that we can hit it with a Madness and play it twice. Wait. If we hologram for All for One and Scrape, we can scrape into All for One. Yeah, we can rebound the All for One, get at the zero cost cards in hand, scrape, shuffle with the zero cost cards in hand, draw the All for One back, play the zero cost cards again, All for One them, play them again. That seems pretty good. Wouldn't you want to Madness twice here to increase All for One value? No. We had 6 energy, so I don't think that was useful. It only would have hit Rebound and Hologram. We're better off getting 2 Hologram targets. Sweet. Would we rather hit Rebound or Scrape? I guess we'd rather hit Scrape. So then Scrape's going to be in the discard too. This is definitely lethal, right? Yeah. Sweet. Multicast. When I saw the ice cream first, I assumed we were going to do multicast Dark Orb stuff. I've ended up in a little bit of a different spot. Still not a bad multicast, though. Can't be a madness target, which is nice. If we end up with a recycle, which we would definitely take, we could use it to double our energy, which is always fun. We skipped a symbiotic orb, or symbiotic virus, which maybe we shouldn't have done. On the flip side, multicast makes, Runic Dome makes it very difficult to hold your energy, because you don't know when it's appropriate to use Reinforced Body and when it's not. So you kind of just end up always using Reinforced Body. And that means you can't really build up the, like, 25 energy necessary for multicast Dark Orb to be run ending. Or fight ending. Could still find Bioscog, sure. Yeah, even just multicasting for, like, 3 is pretty decent. Obviously not as good as dual casting, though. At least per energy. I don't know. We call a single character of number in decimal a digit. What do we call a single character of numbers in other systems? Also a digit. I think. Is digit etymologically related to decimal? It looks pretty different. I think... Oh, digit is like finger, right? So I guess I can see why you would assume that's associated with base 10 specifically, because people generally have 10 fingers. Yeah, but bit is not really like a mathematics term, right? Bit is like a computer term. Yeah, I've definitely heard people call them like hexadecimal digits and like octal digits and stuff, so I guess they're all called digits, but it doesn't really make sense once it's not 10 anymore. I think I'm gonna skip the multicast. I don't think it does enough. The deck's got a pretty clear plan, and it's not this. Could definitely rest here. Champ seems pretty scary. If we were gonna do an upgrade, it would probably go on, like, dual cast. Yeah, I think I feel pretty comfortable skipping that for a rest. Got some fairly decent potions, though. I don't know. I think etymology, like... The etymology of a word is very quickly decoupled from its current meaning. And there's a lot of attempts to, like, hold on to the original meaning, but I think what's really important is how people use it now, not what it has historically meant. So I think there's a lot of words that don't make sense, at least according to their etymological meaning. Right. Yeah, people who have no idea, people who have never touched a floppy disk know what the floppy disk icon means in a computer program. Although, generally design is moving away from that style. We need a hologram plus really badly. I'm concerned. Yeah, gay is definitely a word where its current meanings are pretty decoupled from its etymological meaning, right? Because the etymological meaning is just happy, right? Like it's exuberantly happy. I think we're gonna save the fear pot for the split. We basically just want to like only do damage with claws so that our claws are massive, and then kill him with a flurry of claws right at the end. So do we like Glacier double defend here? Champ has so many attacks, it's ridiculous. So his biggest attack is 18 here. So this blocks for 11, so we can block like this. And then, do we want to strike or not, basically? I'm going to save the power pot for after he debuffs. After he debuffs, we've got pellets. I'm going to hold the strike, get the energy from the strike. Okay, that's the debuff. We could wait until turn 4 when he does the other one. I guess we've already got a purge on the debuffs this turn, so I guess I'll hold the power pot. Bold personality is very funny. I like that. Holding 4 energy seems like a bit of a different decision, right? Huh. I don't know. I mean, we do have to get damage done too, right? We can't just wait on claws. If we wait too long, he will kill us. Alright, I'm gonna strike. Okay. First defensive stance. Rude. He can only defensive stance twice, is that right? Yeah, 2 times. Okay, I think we skim here. Skim makes Madness a little bit sketchy, because we do need to land Madness on, like, good cards in this fight, right? We can't just get Madness on random cards. We need, like, All for One and Equilibrium and stuff. Or, like, Scrape, maybe. And Skim makes it likely we're going to draw Madness right now. We have some zero-cost stuff in hand, so we can kind of control what's going on. Let's get rid of this, and this, and do we want to play Hello World? I think we do. Our deck size is going to get larger over the course of the fight, but that's okay. Alright, so now we're free to put Madness on Scrape if we would like. I think I would like. Do I rebound the Defend or no? I think I'm going to rebound nothing. Because I'm about to Scrape and none of these cards cost 0. Okay, fair enough. So he did the Heavy Slash there, which means he can't do that again. No move can be used twice in a row. Yeah. Okay. So he's not Heavy Slashing, could be attacking for 14. So Heavy Slash is, or Equilibrium is enough to block out. Oh, this is turn 4, so he's taunting. So no need to Equilibrium here if we don't want to. Could do it anyway just to hold on to some cards to make Madness harder to land. It seems bad. Let's just get a little bit of damage in. Okay. I wish I had a Forge Pot. If I had a Forge Pot, I could upgrade this hologram and then hit it with Madness, and I guess we wouldn't go infinite because we picked a Scrape instead of All for One, but still. Let's see what the power is. Oh, GG. Let's hold the Madness. Bioscog is pretty good. I would like to keep the Lightning Orb, so I'm going to recur it. Go for the Eyes is not blue, so he's not attacking. We'll use it anyway. Or not yellow, rather. It is blue. Okay. A lot of ways to shuffle. A lot of energy. Yeah, they do glow, so now he's attacking. Do we play these cards before or after Scrape? We have all the zero-cost cards, so if we Scrape, we just shuffle, but we'd never actually draw anything. Which seems lame. So I think we play all the zero-cost cards, and then Scrape to shuffle. Except for Steam Barrier, we don't really want to play Steam Barrier repeatedly. We did not miss All for One, so we can still skim into that. Okay, setting up for a split sometime soon. This is not yellow, so he's not attacking. So we can use this to do damage. And there's the split. Oh, this is the debuff turn. Okay. Was this what is this intentional mean? He's not attacking this turn because he's doing his cleanse debuff thing. Execute coming soon. Oh, the card's going with down. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's intentional. It shouldn't matter because it costs 0, right? But it does feel pretty weird that it works that way. Alright, let's make some hand room and draw a bunch of cards. We're going to rebound the Scrape because that's our source of damage. Or rebound the Claw, rather. And then Scrape into it. He's weakened for his big execute turn. We're blocking for 56 currently. He hits for 10 times 2, 10 with 12 strength is 22, so 44 total. So we've already blocked it out. We don't have to play Reinforced Body. I was intending to use the Fear Pot this turn, but I forgot, and now it doesn't really look necessary. So I'm going to see if I can save it. Guess I'll play Zap for damage. Bioscog is a really good outcome, so we are safe for other reasons. We still haven't played this Madness. I guess I'll land it on Rebound now. Rebound's a pretty good target for it. Although I want to rebound this Streamline. Oh well. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I don't think that it's intended. Let's see if we can draw all for one. We did. I think we need a turbo here. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the discard. 0-cost cards. So we need to play quite a few cards before we all for one. But I guess we have tons of energy, so maybe we don't care. It would appear that it does not matter. Could just turbo for fun. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, so we're clearly rebounding a claw. This is looking lethal. Is this lethal? This is lethal. Okay. There's Bioscog. Sweet. Second all for ones actually finishes the combo, though. 2 all for ones, 2 madnesses. That's a tough choice. Bioscog with pellets is huge. Like it basically just won that fight for us. Off of the power pot. And 2 all for ones and madness is not the best way to do this combo because it's block negative against the heart. Although we have recursion, so like maybe it's block positive with a frost orb or with only frost orbs. Actually, yeah, let's think about that for a second. So the combo would just be like all for one recursion, all for one recursion. There's a bug, but he's too high. Can't reach him. Weird. Is Bias Pellets really that good to start pivoting in X3? I wouldn't really say that's a pivot. This is actually like, we do have some orbs, like some pretty relevant orbs in the deck. So we've got like Zap, Cold Snap, Glacier, Chill, Recursion. We have quite a few orb things. And a Pellets in the bar. So this Bioscog is pretty obviously good. And we have Mummified Hand. Man, 2 really obviously good options. Even Fission's not bad. Fission's like gettable with Scrape. Drawing a bunch of cards is obviously good for the deck. I mean, second all for one turns the combo on though. Like it's hard to get much better than that. It turns into infinite everything all of a sudden. And all for one recursion is a positive block against the heart, right? Because it's 2 cards, so -4 block, but then recursion is on a frost orb is 5 block. So yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like either one can win the game. I'm pretty confident. But I feel like if we pick Bioscog, we have to get a little bit lucky, right? Because we have to... I mean, we don't have to do an infinite combo, right? Like, the 0-cost cards, anything that can do an infinite combo is like... Okay, I've restarted this sentence like 4 times, so I'm going to restart it again. The reason why all for one is like a reasonable thing to do isn't because it does infinites, right? The reason why all for one is good is because you kill people with it. And like... if you can transition from killing people with it to infinite, that's even better, right? But the main thing that we're doing with All for One is killing people, and then the infinite is sort of a sideshow. And like, if we have an All for One in the deck and a bias cog, then we have a plan for blocking and we have a plan for killing, and it's like really nice to be in that position. Whereas if we go with 2 All for Ones, we just have like a really strong plan for killing people, and like that can win, for sure. But I think it's probably bias cog here, to have like, to be good at all of the things the game asks you to do, rather than just being really good at one thing. Empty Cage helps us find stuff. Kursky, we do already have Blue Key, and we don't really need relics, so Kursky is kind of just free money. Tiny House could upgrade Bias Cog. Actually, a lot of upgrades. Not too many misses for Tiny House. Zap and Dual Cast are good. Hello World is quite bad. White Noise is good. Cold Snap's not very good. Reinforced Body is good. Core Surge is not good. Glacier's not good. Claw's not good. Madness is great. All for One's bad. Chill's okay. Bias Cog's great. Hey, Wee run's going pretty good, I think. It's you know, it's not insane, but we're working on an infinite, so that's always fun. This is sort of my like favorite archetype. Tiny House does give us a potion, and Sacred Bark doubles our potion effectiveness. If we get a regen pot, we can gain another 50 health off that. That'd be nice. Empty Cage makes some sense too for infinites, trying to find stuff, line up madness on things. Getting rid of the last strikes would make some sense. Stop talking about Tiny House like you're gonna pick it. I know, right? I feel like whenever I'm presented a decision, I should talk about all the options. Although, by the time we get to Act 3, a lot of the time I'm like, these are all garbage, next. But Tiny House isn't garbage, right? It's significantly better than Skip. But it seems like it's nowhere near as good as Curse Key. Do we need 5 energy? Like, what do we even do with 5 energy? In that champ fight, we went up to like 11 energy for like no reason. We had nothing to do with it. So I need to go, what is it called? Final Shape, my bread. Alright, sorry that takes a minute. But now we've got 2 bannetons full of bread in the refrigerator, retarding for a couple of hours. And I'm gonna bake. Pseudo-Mizzou does make a good point. We do need a hologram. Tiny House can do that. It's probably curse key, but I just, like... Yeah, it doesn't seem super necessary. But we have, like, a skim, so we, like, kind of have the capability to draw, like, 100 cards a turn, so I kind of think that we're going to find a way to spend the 5 energy. So, a lot of ways for us to go infinite. I don't think we really need specifically Tiny House to find it. Let's take a key. Okay, Act 3. Awakened One shouldn't be too much of an issue. We do play a couple of powers. And it's mostly just a speed test for us. He'll get on you right away. There's a 4 elite path here. How do we feel about 4 Act 3 elites? 4 question marks, 4 elites, 2 fires. Seems like an excellent path. Are Act 2 question marks good, or are we looking for fights? Falling's good, Mind Bloom's good, Mystery Sphere good. Actually, do we need rare relics? I mean, could always get like a incense burner, right? Sensory Stone. We already have our 2 madnesses, so we're not looking for those. Could get more zero cost stuff, finesse, the block cards. So I think that's good. Red Mask is obviously bad. Winding Halls is bad here. I guess maybe we want 4 madnesses. It seems like a deck that wants kind of as many madnesses as we have. So maybe, I think actually Winding Halls is probably good. Good point about falling. Let's see, what's the worst case falling? Worst case falling is obviously Bias Cog, and then All for One, and Glacier? Yeah, I think we just remove Glacier if that's the case, right? It hurts, but it's survivable. Obviously, best case scenario is like Strike, Defend, and still Bias Cog because it's the only power. Oh, Hello World. Strike, Defend, Hello World. Probably take the Hello World. Maybe the Strike. Or probably the Strike. There's usually a good option for that. Are those better than card rewards, though? Because Hologram is from card rewards. It would be really nice to get a Hologram. Specifically a Hologram before, like, here. We've only got 2 campsites left if we do the 4 elite line. And if one of those is upgrading a Hologram, and one of them is recalling, we've only got 1 rest. Still seems pretty doable. I mean, 4 elites is great, right? So, alright. Darklings. They can attack for max. Nip is 13, so they can hit for 39 on turn 1. It's pretty gross. So we're gonna start with Chill. We're gonna strike to set up the madness. Do we ever use the Fear Pot in this fight? No. Okay, he does hit for 13. He hits for 10. So this one's way more scary. Let's play Zap and then get power decosts on the other things. 2 Hello Worlds. Charming. I guess I'll just play Equilibrium and skip the Hello World. Or skip the All for One. That's not true. I might need a lot of block here, so I need to play the All for One so I can get back to dual cast. Be nice to wait for more zero cost cards, but we just can't afford it. Okay. I mean, we're playing Skim this turn, so we might as well play it now, right? Yeah, it fills up the hand to 10. Here's Bias Cog. Seems good. Go ahead and recur that Frost Orb. Kill that Darkling. We want the other Frost Orb, and he hits for 10. His D is 10, but I guess Chomp is always 11 times 2, so 22 from him. Has he attacked yet? Did he just harden every time? No, he's attacked once. I guess I just missed what his D number is. So let's assume it's 13. So 22 plus 13 is 35. So we're currently blocking for 12, 21, so short by 14, play 2. So Go for the Eyes is telling me somebody's attacking. It's not telling me who. Is it you? Yes, he's attacking. Okay. So we want to land Madness on Glacier, which is pretty easy to do. What do we want to rebound? I want to rebound the Glacier, but I can't do that and Madness it. So I guess I'll rebound the Defend. Oops, should have beam celled first, missed a little bit of damage. He's weak, so we definitely don't need more than block than we have. 42 should be plenty. Okay, so his number is 10. I paid attention this time. 21 is exactly enough to kill this Darkling. Sold. And let's knock this one back down. He is attacking. Two beam cells. Good beam cell this guy. I think we probably have lethal here. Yep, nothing to set up. Let's go to the next fight. A real-life turbo of our own. We've considered turbo a bunch of times. Never picked it. Seems like we've got so much energy now that turbo is just not necessary. Cool Head's kind of nice, but it's not upgraded, and we've got better card draw cards. I kind of would like another Skim, but Cool Head ain't it. Rip and Tear's outmoded by the rest of the stuff the deck's doing. Okay. He's always attacking for 11. These guys can be attacking for up to 13, so 26, 37. Not going to be able to block for 37 this turn, but we can do something. Reinforced Body for 3. Blocks for 21. I guess we are blocking for 37. We're close to it. Alright. Go ahead and kill the Exploder. Seems good. I guess we could have saved an energy there by hitting Hello World on something. I want to Madness the Scrape, so I'll Streamline first. Oof, that one hurts. We lost All for One and Bias Cog. Now they both attack, of course. Nope, just one attacks, okay. I should have done that in the other order to keep the Frost Orbs at the end of the turn. Up at the end of the turn. This is clearly overblocking. Seems like we need Steam Barrier if he attacks, and he has to attack? No. Doesn't he have to attack at some point? Can he just daze forever? He just can't attack twice in a row. He can daze forever. Huh. That's weird. Apparently that's what he wants to do. Is that a bug? If a new claw gets created, it does 3 damage? Huh. I didn't realize that's how new claws worked. Huh. Today I learned. So when Hello World generates a claw, it starts at 3. And it'll buff all your other claws, but it won't be buffed by them. Or at least not retroactively. This is blocked out. He's literally only ever dazed, and for that I salute you, little repulsor. You've got a weird plan. I like it. Ooh, there's a hologram. At first I was like, ooh, scrape, but then hologram is like what we've been building around for 25 floors, so we'd probably take that. Kind of an expensive red mask. Weak on turn 1's kind of useful. No, I think it's too expensive. Do we want more madnesses? 4 madnesses would make it very easy to hit the hologram and all for 1. Yeah, I think we do want this. Is this deck getting too wibbly-wobbly? Seems like there's a lot of cards that don't do anything, right? It's very easy to imagine drawing a hand of like 3 madnesses, a recursion, and a dual cast with no orbs, right? And just like dying on the spot. But it makes the combo more consistent. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. We've got enough health to spend. Do we still have enough health to spend? 4 madness. The maddest defect you've ever seen. We might be going on this route now. Because we've got our hologram. We just need to, like, upgrade the hologram and be safe. Another 3 madness. Good idea. No, I think we're probably capped out on madness. I think we probably wouldn't take a 4th one if we had 3, but that wasn't what we were being asked. I think 4 is better than 2. What I'm saying is, I think 3 was the best number of madnesses to have. Usually this event is quite good. You can use it against Awaken 1 to split him. 0-cost cards are obviously super good, and most colorless cards are 0-cost. If we go to 39, do we survive Reptimancer? It's definitely possible that we don't, right? But also this can like make us really strong, right? Like this card draw seems really necessary. I'll take it. 0 until played, not quite the same thing. More 0-cost stuff for Scrape. Blind is gettable with Scrape and all for 1. Another madness. Well, this was bad. This did not turn out well. Does Mayhem ever miss? Are we a Mayhem deck? It does miss, because it can hit, like, Madness. That makes things very strange. We're also against Awaken 1. So taking just random extra power is probably not a good idea. It's probably blind from that pack. Probably skip from this one, and skip here as well. Maybe bandage up. I don't know. I think we're going this right path with all these fires, so I don't think bandage up is really necessary. So I think it's 2 skips and a blind. Maybe I'm evaluating madness wrong. We actually want 5. I think we definitely don't, though. Alright. Giant head tends to be pretty bad against infinite combos, based on what I remember from school. Buffer could be good. Hard to say. Okay, so we have to play the rebound so that we don't hit the all for one. I was hoping to rebound the all for one, but we need to have Madness hit all for one. Maybe we can get Buffer to hit a real attack. Equilibrium should block out. He only hits for 13 before the thing. So no reason to play any more cards here. We're just charging our laser for next turn. Okay, time to play a bunch of stuff. We want to play attacks last. Do we play the 2 defends? Or is that just a waste of energy? We can't infinite yet because hologram's not upgraded. So I think we want to go right now. We want to go ascending order of damage to scrape last. Okay. Yeah, this is one of those hands full of nothing that I was worried about. Oops, should not have done that. Wasting madness on nothing. Alright, there goes the buffer. We want to claw before we shuffle for sure. So I guess it's like defend, claw, skim. Let's see what scrape can do. This should be blocked out. He's hitting for, what, 45 here? Yeah. So then we, like, strike hologram, strike core surge. I guess scrape, huh? Now we're talking. I want to get the rebound back, but I also want to rebound the claw, and there's no way to do both of those, right? There's no, like, zero-cost card draw cards in here, yeah. I think playing claw twice wins. Okay. Oh. And core surge. The capstone. We can hit madness on hologram, but it's not the right kind of hologram. Let's get rid of all the non-good bad stuff. If we can hologram something and then madness it. Probably just want to hologram all for one, though. Okay. I guess this madness is just sitting around. Seems like we've kind of hit everything we're interested in hitting. The last target is like a scrape would be good. Like Glacier, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it. Skim. Just a good target still. Okay. Probably gonna have to use Reinforced Body this turn. Doesn't look like enough block here. Recursion and Defender always happening. Sap's always happening. 26 plus 12 is 38. Should be hitting for what? 55 this turn. I don't want to take that much damage, so it's time to Reinforce Body. And I kind of don't want to be that low on energy, so I'm just going to Turbo. Oh, he's 41 because he's weak. Yeah. Okay. So he's trying to hit for 60 this turn. That means... Wait. I guess it was 65 last turn? Hold on. If he hit for 41... How did he hit for 41? Because 65 should be 42? Did I misread that? I'm confused. Let's get the stuff out of the way and then Madness on one of the two good targets. Scrape is fine. Should use the blind before the barrage. Let's see, which one of these first? It doesn't matter, right? Oh, let's do Scrape first so that we can rebound Skim if we get it. Okay. 65 is 48. Yeah, but I thought I saw 41. Which seems like obviously impossible. Seems like all for one, get a claw, rebound the claw is the line. Oh, 55 is 41. Okay, so wait, I thought 50... Yeah, I guess, yeah, just 55 wasn't lining up like I thought. So he's hitting for 45 this turn, because he's trying to hit for 60, but he's super, super weak. Unless he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Okay, fight's over. Heatsink's second claw? Seems like that I could use some more draw, but I'm not sure how effective Heatsinks is going to be. I mean, we have Mummified Hands, so the bar for picking Heatsinks is pretty low. But it's a Heatsinks minus, and I don't know. Could maybe use a second claw here. I'm going to increase our scaling rate a bit. Can't be hit by Madness. We've got 4 Madnesses now, so... I guess 4 Madnesses says you really need card draw, right? So maybe the Heatsinks. Yeah, okay. Now the question becomes, do we go left or right? 3 more elites, or no more elites, and a bunch of fires. I kind of like a bunch of fires. We like have to get the hologram upgrade done, and like I kind of want to get Heatsinks upgraded too. We actually have had 3 powers before Heatsinks. We've got Bias Cog, Hello World, and White Noise. But Heatsinks definitely can miss. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go right. It's not very ambitious, but... I do not want to pick this and then die. Seems kind of scary. We were way slow against Giant Head. This is making me skittish. I've had way too many runs end to just clicking Sphere and dying. Yeah, clicking it and not dying would be excellent. What rare relic are we like looking for? We would skip branch, right? Maybe we wouldn't skip branch. We're not very sensitive to deck size. We'd probably take branch because we got madnesses. It's not great. Could generate extra powers though for heat sinks and mummified hand. So branch is good. Spinning top. I don't know if we. Yeah, I guess we could probably proc spinning top. Calipers would be godly. Yeah. Obviously, incense burner, fossilized helix are always top tier. Gambling chip, always top tier. Do we win the fight? That's a good question to be asking. I don't know, man. I don't want to have like a gap turn and get eaten. These potions aren't like particularly relevant. I think I'm gonna skip. I think I'm too afraid of Sphere. Do wing boots do anything? Maybe. We go to this fire. Then we go to this fire. And then like we might fight two elites instead. Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. We can't get wing boots? Why not? Do they have a time restriction on them? Oh, it's 40 or below. Huh, I didn't know that. Those time restrictions the floor restrictions are so arbitrary. Like, wing boots is actually fine here. But like, there's lots of things that don't have time restrictions on them that are totally terrible. Right, I'm gonna say no. I think this is probably a win if we don't do this, so I don't think the risk is appropriate. I kind of do want the list. You want to put it in Discord so I can review? I want to flood chat with it, but it's clearly a hologram, right? Do you know what you're going to do after Defect month? Gotten that question a lot today. Still not 100% sure. Oh crap! Ah, God, I just clicked it without thinking. I guess I can restart the floor, but now I already know what's in it. Yeah. Okay. We don't know what's in it. I actually literally forgot what's in it. Wow, that's amazing. Oh wait, no I didn't. Okay, darn. How do we feel about curses? We draw past them with scrape. They don't come back with all for one. Seems like they're not that big of a deal. Alright, fine. Tornado goes on heat sinks, right? And we upgrade heat sinks, draw a bunch of cards. Not good in Awaken 1 fight, obviously, but it's good in a lot of other fights. Oh wait, there's Bias Cog. I forgot there was a Bias Cog in the deck for a second. Getting Bias Cog on turn 1 seems pretty good. Okay. And then we can upgrade Bias Cog. This is probably our last upgrade. We need to recall and rest. Potentially recall and upgrade if we're super greedy. Upgrading a Madness makes sense too. We've had a couple of double Madness hands, which is pretty sad. I want that focus. Okay. Alright, this time I'm going to think about it before I click. Second curse for a smaller chest. Yeah, chest size does mean something. Large chests are more likely to have gold. Small chests can't have rare relics. So There's a couple of other gradations. Alright, I'm gonna skip this one. Triple Jawworm. The big chest can't have common relics, really? I didn't know that. The list is in Discord. Oh wow, there's so many. The ones without a floor are all 48. Why can't you get meat on the bone? That one's super good. What the fuck? That's just strange. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. This guy's the lowest health, so let's try to get him first. Yeah, but you heal in the boss gauntlet if you go to half health. Don't you want to heal between boss fights? It's not like it doesn't work. But what we're down for? Yeah, well, you can heal after the spire elites. It's like just as good on floor 51 as it is on floor 2. But mango is like a rare relic. Meat on the bone is like really good at any stage. I mean, I guess I wouldn't want to get it from floor 54, right? Because then it's useless. Oh, I guess if they're bouncing around non-Ascension 20 and non-Act 4, then it would never heal you. I see what they're saying. Okay. Where I come from, there's quite a bit of game left at that point. Okay. I want the Madness to hit Glacier, but I'm willing to accept either. Okay. Yeah, obviously meat on the bone doesn't do anything if you're above half. That's how meat on the bone works. Let's have Madness hit Skim. Dang. This hologram plus. We've got all for one and no madnesses left. I guess technically we can all for one and hit the madness that's in the discard pile. Get that back. Seems kind of academic when there's a bunch of jawworms eating your face. Maybe we should go get a skim right now off hologram. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we can all for one and then rebound something and then scrape and play it. Which is 32 damage, not quite enough to kill that jawworm by itself, but it gets back a claw that does 5, so that'll do it. We have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we can draw 3. Top 3 are Blind, Dual Cast, and Claw. So we're missing Madness and Skim, which seems bad. So we're going to play some cards first. Defend seems like it's getting played. This is 4 energy, so it can't afford Equilibrium. So I'll strike this one. Eternal Feather, Gremlin Horn, the Specimen, White Beast Statue. Why isn't the Specimen useful for the Act 3 bosses? It's useful for Donideka, right? Specimen's the one that transfers the poison, right? Let's weaken you. I was assuming I was going to rebound the claw, but maybe I'm supposed to rebound blind here. Yeah, let's rebound blind. I guess we want to madness the scrape. We can't force that to happen, but it's either scrape or equilibrium if we line it up, so let's line it up. Okay. Okay, Jawworms, your turn. Let's see what this is. He's got 26 health, so he's lower. Let's get him. Can we get him? Oh, we have skim, so we don't know what we're gonna get. Let's find out. That is not enough to kill him. I guess if we get lucky with the zap. We can take 2 shots at it. Okay, I'll just kill this one then, fine. Be that way. Okay, nothing to set up. So we're done. They made preserved insect cap at 52. They should also cap those relics there. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it should just, like, if you have the 3 keys, you're clearly playing. If you have any keys, then you're going to Act 4, and they should cap higher, right? Could take a blizzard. I'm not going to. So this is our recall. And then one last fight, or one last question mark. Only question marks left are Falling and Mind Bloom. Mind Bloom's basically a free rare relic, that seems good. Falling's usually okay. Falling can help us get rid of a madness if we've got too many. I think 3 keys should be the sign. I could see incidentally getting green key. That's a good point. Green key, yeah. Green key for sure. It's hard to imagine taking blue or red key. I mean, I guess red key you can actually be forced to take red key if you have what, like fusion hammer, coffee dripper, and no Gira or anything like that. You literally, like, can't click skip on a campsite. You, like, have to do it. Okay, it is falling. Zap. Seems like a good one. Hello World. Also nice to lose. Definitely not losing all for one. One of these two. Pretty happy to see Zap go, but also pretty happy to see Hello World go. Going into the end game here. I guess, yeah, against Awaken 1, Hello World is like literally a liability, whereas Zap is just not much. So I'll lose the Hello World. It is does proc Mummified Hand though. It's definitely like got more spin on it than Zap. Zap's pretty much just nothing. Hello World's better for other fights, right? Yeah, I guess Hello World can get us like go for the eyes or something in a heart fight. I'm gonna lose the Zap. Okay. And this is either rest or smith, up to us. Best smith target is probably heat sinks. Yeah, so Marinda, I agree completely, but the thing is, this deck functions really well when bloated. Like, this deck wants to be bloated, because then All for One just gets a million targets, and we have the ability to really control what's happening with, like, scrape and stuff. Let's rest. I don't think any upgrade is, like, amazing here. I don't want to die to the boss fights. Yeah, exactly. We can land Madness on Hologram right now. And I really want to, so I'm going to. Actually, that requires us to play Bias Cog before we have an attack. And it requires us to play 2 powers. But it's a Madness on a Hologram, right? That's got to be fight winning. Eventually. And we can still purge the negative effect next turn. We just lose the focus. You don't have to play the power. You actually do. Yeah, this is a temporary cost debuff, so it technically can have its cost reduced to 0, and it is a valid target. Unless the power generated happens to actually literally cost 0, which I think is impossible, because there's none, yeah. Because if it didn't, I could just play Madness now, right? If this wasn't a valid target, but it is. Okay, so we get our 1 focus back, sure. We want to actually get something back with Hologram, so I'll weaken him, and then do I want to weaken one of the cultists, or do I want to just awaken one again? Let's just do awaken one again for safety. We should be able to get an angle on these cultists pretty quickly. Ouch. Well, there goes our rest. Defend Madness guaranteed hits Scrape, which seems good. We lost All for One. And Skim. We badly need another power. We have to draw that Heat Sinks now. Heat Sinks are Hello World, because we're bleeding focus here. These are hitting for 6, so that's 12 plus he's hitting for at most 6 times 4, so 12 times 4 is 48. Yeah, seems like we need to play Reinforced Body. We've got an energy pot for if it comes to it. And we need the energy pack. Uh-oh. That focus is not sticking around. Equilibrium and Defend need to happen. I'm going to rebound the Defend to draw it again next turn. Oh boy. This is going poorly. Alright, well here's the Hello World finally. Down to 3 focus. Keep Strike for Pellets would have made sense. I'm glad that was not relevant. So we have to play the Defend or the Madness for the... for the Purge. We have to play this always. And then, yeah, you know, I noticed that it didn't hit any temporary zero-cost cards. But I wasn't sure if that was random. It's interesting to see that it will prefer targets. That's wild. So it does cards that literally don't cost 0, and then cards that temporarily cost 0, and then it just whiffs. If there aren't either of those. That's crazy. Well, it's good to know. So Marinda, the game is written in Java, and Java is very easy to decompile. The developers also made no effort to disguise the source. So while I think it's technically illegal, yeah, you can get to it pretty easily. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Probably shouldn't throw around terms like technically illegal. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, so we're almost dead. This cultist is hitting for 26. Things are getting dire. We need this infinite combo thing to happen. We might use Fear Pot to kill this cultist this turn. Oh, nope, that would be short by 2 damage. Oh wait, no it wouldn't. This would do, let's see, an additional 7. So it would do 22, so yeah, that would be lethal. Okay, well I think we're pretty much forced to do that to block for 22. We actually bought that potion at a shop to help us deal with Champ. And then is Equilibrium enough block? So he's hitting for 14 times 4 potentially. Doesn't seem like Equilibrium's enough. I don't really want to hold these cards, so I think it's just Reinforced Body. So it's currently 15 plus, what is it, 34? No, 30, nope. 28, there we go. Figured it out. So 15 plus 28 is 43. I think we need that. Do we need even more? Let's see, it's 14 times 4. 14 times 4 is 52. Dang. I think it's still a waste of an energy pot, though. Jeez. We need to combo now. Soul Strike can't be used twice in a row, so we know he's hitting for 28 this turn. This is our... Okay, so we need to draw this Madness and this All for One at the same time. So we can't Scrape. And we can't Cool Head? Oh no, we can Cool Head, because if we draw All for One, we can just Madness on it. But if we draw the Madness... Oops. If we draw the Madness, we die, basically. Yes. If we really can't Scrape, we're in trouble. We need to be able to Scrape. Well, why? So we can hit Claw and Turbo? Those don't do anything. Yeah, Awakened One was supposed to be pretty free here, but did not end up feeling very free. So he's always hitting for 28, but he's weak, so he loses, what, 7 damage? So he's hitting for 21. So we're currently blocking for 23, so it should be fine. So I'm not going to play the Cool Head because I don't want to risk hitting All for One, Skim, or Madness. This looks difficult but survivable. He can still be hitting for 50-something, though, so if he does that, we might be dead. We don't want to rebound anything, because we want to draw these 3 cards. So we'll end with rebound, or not play it. Seems like these cards need to happen. This is just 1 energy for 12 damage. I guess it's for 0 damage, right? Because he heals the health, so I guess I won't do it. Okay, another shot for him to hit us for 52. This Skim always draws Madness, so we can definitely combo this turn. So we Skim, draw the Madness, get the other cards out of the way. and do a combo. So Hologram's the very first card in the discard. Might as well get these claws going. We almost have too many zero-cost cards. I think we have exactly the right number. No infinite counter. I mean, this infinite isn't even probabilistic, so this should have been like every fight, but... so 3, 6, so we would draw 4 cards. Looks like there's 3 cards to draw. So yeah, we're got a little bit of headroom, but not a ton. Okay. We should try to maximize our chance of getting the combo again next turn. Failing that, we should put ourselves in a position where we can always block. So we should, like, hologram Equilibrium, maybe? Hologram Equilibrium, kill him with a claw. Or kill him with Scrape, actually, because we want to draw all for one if we can. Oh, I guess Scrape is good next turn, huh? Okay, so we'll Hologram Equilibrium and kill him with, actually, yeah, Claw. No, Streamline, actually. And that way we can blind the new one as well. I'll play Steam Barrier to draw an extra card. Actually, yeah, just Steam Barrier. Recursion is good, I don't want to draw a Void. I guess with Ice Cream, drawing a Void is not super punishing. And we draw an extra card, so the fraction of the time when we don't draw the Void, we just get a free card. Okay. We got all for one. So now we're just looking for the hologram. We also Scrape costs 0, so we can get it back. Get rid of all those garbage non-zero cost cards. We might even just have lethal with no second hologram. Could consider taking Skim here instead of hologram, all for one, but I guess Scrape draws 5 and Skim only draws 4, so all for one's better. Also recursion blocks. And we did get the hologram, sweet. Was that last card, too? Let's clear out hand just in case that matters. Okay. Alright. Time Eater. Cool. Okay. So we can Madness a Scrape. So I think our max... Yeah, I think our max block here is going to be Bias Cog, Chill, Orc Alchem. So we block with, for 7, 13. It's like never enough if he attacks, right? Yeah, he either attacks for 24 or 32, both of which are too much. So he has to not attack or we die. I guess we could Scrape into something. We actually don't even need pellets here. We could core surge Bioscog, but I'd rather hold the artifact charge for if he is rippling. So based on Sum 125's research, we know that Madness hits Scrape here, even though Core Surge is technically a valid target. If we'd played the Scrape, Madness would hit Core Surge. Apparently this is reliable. Alright, we've lost. It's okay. Don't cry for me, Slay the Spire. Yeah. Alright, well. Yeah, surprisingly dangerous Awaken 1 fight. I kind of called it when I was talking about that beforehand. I was like, it's not, we don't play a bunch of powers, but he really tests us for time. And then unfortunately we didn't draw a, what was it? We didn't draw an attack on turn 1. So we weren't able to purge the debuffs from Bioscog. And I sort of put myself in a position where, like, the focus was ticking down, and I had to play another power, but then I didn't draw a power for a couple of turns. And so by the time I drew a power, I both had low focus and had fed Awaken 1 a bunch of strength. And we were pretty slow setting up the infinite combo. I wonder if second All for One was better. Probably would have been better for Awaken 1, but Time Eater would have been nasty. I mean, in retrospect, we did actually get a hologram, right? So I don't think we were like super thirsty for more infinite enablers. I feel like we kind of got the number we needed, especially with 4 madnesses. We're able to land those madnesses pretty easily. So I think I stand by the Bioscog pick. Maybe bottling the Bioscog was not correct. Maybe we were supposed to bottle the heat sinks and upgrade that one to draw more cards. Yeah, skipping Bias on turn 1 I think was definitely correct, Sum 125. We didn't have enough powers. I mean, we kind of did have enough powers. I guess we just got unlucky, right? But, you know, part of playing the game is you need to, like, optimize for the situations in which you get unlucky, right? Because those are the most dangerous situations. And so since we played heat sinks on 1, we had 3 powers to draw, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we had 3 powers to draw, but we didn't draw any for 2 turns, which is very unlikely, right? This is a 30-card deck, 26 after the first hand. Drawing 3 hits out of 26 when you draw 5 cards. Pretty likely to get one after like 1 or 2 turns. But we didn't get that. Yeah, very fun run. I always enjoyed the Madness thing, obviously. This one was a little bit awkward. A lot of cards in the deck. Not enough draw. Needed another skim or better heat sinks solution. It's kind of sad that we only comboed 1 time. We like knew we were comboing from like floor 3 or let's see, what was it? We got like I guess we got an old coin from an elite, so probably like 4-7. We knew we were infinite comboing because we did the Madness mirror. Definitely probably not like the strongest thing we could have done in that floor. I think we probably just wanted to be a Bioscog Orange Pellets focus deck. Although, worth noting, we were never offered any defrags, so we wouldn't have had a ton of focus to play with. In fact, we wouldn't have had any more than we did have. So we just would have skipped all the cool zero-cost stuff. Honestly, like, I think probably the best way to play this run was to trust our original instincts with the ice cream, because we were offered a multicast and a symbiotic virus. So symbiotic virus, multicast, ice cream was probably what we were supposed to do. And then like a bottled Bioscog, so we'd have like a bunch of focus on turn 1, and I think that would have been pretty effective. But that's not what we ended up doing. And I think we had a pretty good run. I'm happy to end Defect Note on this month. I think this is my favorite thing that happens in Defect, so it's good that we saw it before the month ended, because this is our first Madness Infinite in the month, so